Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? Welcome back to the Option Select Podcast, number 70 here at the Sit Down, Be Humble Studios.
The BBH Studios,
BBH
bro.
Studios.
BBH.
Yes, the episode 70. Guys, this is a little podcast where me and our friend... Okay, let me see back. This is a show where I was thinking about myself.
Yeah, you were.
I had a really good week, that's why. It was a show where me and my good friend Ruben...
I used to be his best friend.
Used to be.
You got downgraded at some point, bro.
You got demoted. We get together and we talk about video game stuff, news that's going on, our hot take on it, everything that's going on, and we just like to share it with you guys. So I want to say thank you if you are a returning listener. We really appreciate it when you guys make time to hang out with us, and if you're a new listener, hey, hang out with us for a little bit. You might like it.
Friday night with the boys.
Yeah, it's like Friday night with the boys. And honestly, guys, we kind of want to start sticking to a Friday night schedule. We've been working on it for maybe a month now, so we want to try to keeping it at this time. It kind of varies. Sometimes we go 8:30, 8:45. It changes, but we want to aim for a Friday night show. Guys, we start off every episode. Hold on.
You forgot something. I
forgot to introduce the boys. We have on my right, to y'all be on the left, the 10-1 KDR on
gosh.
COD Mobile.
12-1, baby.
12-1. Yeah, you really know how to put those dudes on tiny screens.
Oh, yeah, dude. I did 112 match the other day. It was ridiculous. 112 to like 5.
And on the other camera, the solo cam, we have Mr. Chameleon.
What up?
How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking good.
We start off every episode with how was your week. Let's start off with our guest, Kevin. I haven't seen you in a minute, so how was your week, brother?
Week was pretty good. As always, work is work. It's picking up.
Did you work Monday?
No, we were off Monday. Yeah, we're off. It's Labor Day, dude. Like, they ain't gonna work us that day, and we get paid for it, holiday or whatever.
That's a win right there, brother.
Yeah, definitely a win. So it's a short week for everybody.
Good,
nice.
Good.
You know, so it's good. But last weekend we ended up moving. We moved fairly quick. Like we still have like a month and a half left on our lease. We're still gonna pay it, obviously, because ain't trying to fuck up the credit.
Yeah.
But we moved out all our shit, dude. You're like, yeah, fuck it, let's just move it now.
Might as well.
So we're in the house now and still setting that up. Copeland had to come by today to fix the internet shit that was going on.
Yeah.
I was playing last night, having shitty matches after shitty matches. Apparently, even though I had the Ethernet cord in, I wasn't land.
It was connected to Wi-Fi still?
It was still on Wi-Fi.
PS4? Yeah, that happens. You have to manually change it.
I'd never manually change it. But even if I tried to, the Ethernet port in the wall was fucking jacked up or whatever. So Copeland had to fix that and fix the one in the living room so that we got everything copacetic, But that back room is just D&D, and that's where I stream, in the back room.
Nice.
So the whole setup is there.
That's what's up. When you set up a podcast studio over there, so we just meet in the middle.
Dang.
Just meet in the middle.
The rooms, you've been in the room. It's where we play D&D.
Yeah,
it's big enough. Yeah, it's whatever.
And it's got the table already. It's just
it's already,
boom, ready to go.
Yeah. But, just been doing that, bouncing around, fighting games, still playing Apex Legends. Jumped back into Fortnite because of the Marvel event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, I hate building shit in that game, but if it ever comes down to just me and one other dude,
it's over.
And he can't build shit and I can't build shit, I'm winning. I've won 8 games compared to when I was playing the first time around. I won maybe 1.
Nice.
But this time it's a lot easier, I guess. I don't know.
I saw you playing MBCI. What spurred that on? Was it Max?
Yeah, Max put a video out, and what did it was somebody was playing Doctor Strange. Because most of the ones I see, video clips, are always the same fucking characters.
It's always Dante, Dormammu, Gamora.
Dante, bro, I get it. Dante's
Rocket.
Cool. He's top tier apparently in the game. Who knew? Yeah, but Doctor Strange is pretty good. He looked cool.
He's a bunch of setups, right? Because he just puts those balls out.
Yeah.
And
of course, I can't play him. I don't like setup type characters, but I decided to just dick around, and I found one character so far, Zero.
Okay.
That dude is fucking insanely fast. He's got projectiles. He's got a DP. I'm like, okay, I like it. Plus, you can hold the fucking any button.
That's right.
And he does a charge, and no matter what your special is, you can release it, and then EX is the special essentially.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
If you throw out the fireball, if you throw out the fireball and then let go, he'll throw out the fireball and then shoot more fireballs go at an angle to cover the full screen.
Nice.
Damn.
So they can't jump over the fireball; it'll catch them.
I gotta play MVC. I saw you playing, and I was like, man.
I was like, holy shit!
we
But
should-
again, I need to figure out a secondary character. I was just rocking Ultron
And a
because he's
stone?
easy, and I don't know what stone. Let's go with the Soul Stone because it covers your weaknesses. Like if you're a bad player, just hit the Soul Stone and
Revive them.
your teammate comes back and you just cross them up and start mashing buttons. Yeah, and I could not find a match online. For shit, dude.
No. I mean,
It's dead, bro.
I hate to say, but the game's.
Yeah, I fucking jumped into a Discord though.
And,
That's the way to go.
You did go to Discord.
No, yeah, I found a dude on Twitter and he's like, "Yeah, if you're looking for matches, just jump into the Discord." But by the time I found out, I was ready to log off.
Yeah. Also, I'm going on a side tangent. I was talking to Johnny about Marvel. He's like, dude, if they would have released this game now, a year later, after Disney would have had all their shit strained out with Fox and Marvel and all that stuff, can you imagine how good it could have been if it came out a year later? I'm like,
yeah, you'd have X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Exactly.
characters.
I mean, just the roster alone would have been enough. You know,
Have they given up on the game entirely?
Oh, yes.
They, They couldn't just like patch in these characters.
Nope.
They would want to release
Nobody's
a whole
been
new
working
IP.
on the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was like, they could just patch in the characters. Be like, here's a $30 update that adds all the characters that you want.
The game has so
thing
much
is,
bad stigma attached to it that they would have to just do a new versus game.
But the thing is, like, fucking, the gameplay has never been a problem.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay was never a problem. It was all the graphics and the storyline and
Yeah.
shitty connection. There was always the problem. But actual gameplay, the mechanics of the game, people rarely complain about it. Some people complain about it. They're upset that you can't just raw tag and
some people
do
are
certain things.
gonna complain just to
And
complain.
I'm like,
sake.
that's
People are
a
gonna
new
complain
mechanic, bro.
just to
You gotta learn a new
complain.
mechanic.
It
You can't
is.
just raw tag. You're gonna get fucking punished. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing that. I kind of wanted to jump back into Unist, but I don't know.
I'll play units with you one day.
And of course, I played Street Fighter, but
That's how you
apparently
play.
I wasn't landing that motherfucker. I was getting frustrated,
That's
dude.
how
I'm
you
like, I can't
playing.
DP because I can't see them jumping.
I got mad and I'm just watching.
Fuck, dude. But I did jump the birdie at the end and just started whomping on people, just doing stupid shit.
Yeah, at the very end, before I took off, before I went GGPO, I saw you were playing Birdie and you were going up against the Ken. And that's where I logged off after that. Yeah.
Yeah, because on that one, it's like, cool, I hit him and it rolls back and he's just DP. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the thing.
Rollback.
God damn,
I'll go on
frustrating.
my tangent about Street Fighter, but yeah.
Anyway, yeah, other than that, pretty solid week. Next week's going to be crazy for me. I don't know why.
Why?
Well, I know why, because I'm at a different store every day.
Ooh.
But people on vacation and whatnot, so I'm like, whatever.
Nice.
But where we live now, it's like I'm in the middle of 4 stores.
Nice.
Including the one off of Telephone Road. It's only 20 minutes away.
That's
That's not
bounce
bad.
around.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's not like a 45-minute drive like it was before.
yeah, it's not, yeah. Like, so I'm fine with it.
You did some streaming this week, you said?
Yeah, I try to
games?
stream as much as possible now.
Nice.
I was actually streaming today for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I saw that. I came home for
Yeah.
lunch and I checked on my Twitter and I saw you post up and I was like, oh, I motherfucker had a day
Yeah.
off then.
I was streaming Apex and I just
That's why he was late.
once I get burnt out on Apex, I look at what games I have and it's like, man, I don't want to play any of these games.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And I also downloaded that Spellbreak.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like a mobile mage
It's the
game.
Caster
It's-
BR.
Yeah, it's free. So I downloaded that, but I didn't start it up yet. I was gonna probably wait till like Sunday night to do it. Probably not even Sunday night, to be honest. I'm watching football, but yeah. So there's a lot of games, but I get bored easily. So yeah,
I mean,
How's
when they're all the same game, I mean,
they kind of
all
are.
battle
you know?
royales,
They're all
the same
battle
thing.
You
royales.
guys can't
yeah,
say that.
dude.
People are going to get upset.
No,
I mean,
it's
that's
fucking-
same game, guys.
It kind of is. It kind of is, bro. Yeah.
Hyperscape's unique. It's
Yeah.
very
Don't forget to
vertical.
download Street Fighter. It's free, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't have PlayStation Plus.
Wow. Fail.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
You do have
Fair.
Steam and you do have.
I do own
So
the
you
game.
should already own it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do own the
You
game.
got the base
But somebody
model.
put the charts out for last month
I
on
saw that.
Street Fighter jumped up like.
They did. I'm going to cover that, but yes.
Oh, you got okay. Yeah, I was like, it jumped up, bro. And they
Look
say
at
it
that.
does it every time the game comes out free.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to look for MVCI list. Top 25. It is not there, sir.
We'll play MVCI some weekend for sure, though, because I do miss that play.
Well,
that
I
one
can't even name
finished
25 fighting games, bro. Like, I don't understand how it's not there.
for real.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
Uh,
RIP Marvel.
well, my week was pretty chill, man. Work went okay. I got to work tomorrow.
Monday?
Huh? I was off, but I got to work tomorrow to make up for it.
That's right.
Yay!
Is it like a half day?
Well, I get off at like 11, so
okay.
that's like my normal Friday though. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But like I was trying to get it all done today, but like all the stuff at work wasn't like ready to go. So whenever I got back and loaded up, I actually sold a couple new accounts, so I'm gonna make some good money on those. I've been selling a bunch of stuff after the AC went out and all that stuff. I've been selling and selling lately. But I mean, work I can't complain, dude. I still got a job. I'm not kicked out due to COVID, all that stuff. So instead of complaining about work like I have been the past couple weeks, I'm just trying to be more I guess more positive and like, okay, everything's still going all right. Mod, if you could take care of that last one, I'd appreciate it.
Right? Where's the mod at?
Where's the mod at? She's probably playing Frostpunk.
No, she's playing Spiritfarer.
Spiritfarer?
Fair, whatever. Right. She's like, I'll watch this podcast, and she just like has it.
It's background noise, like white noise.
She has a screen like turned the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching.
But yeah, so like work was good. Work went well. And then this week I played a lot of Call of Duty. Labor Day they had a double XP event, so me and Miles were playing, streamed a lot.
Nice.
I was working on Fortnite as well for the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna buy unless I get a certain amount of tiers. Like I figure if I get to like tier 50, then I'll buy it, and then I'll put more time into it.
$8
But I
bought it.
I don't know if I'm gonna actually get that far. But they did that, and then Call of Duty Mobile's season started over, or their new Battle Pass started over on Tuesday. So me and Alice were working on that like Wednesday or Thursday night.
Did you buy that Battle Pass or no?
I maxed out the last one, so it gave me enough to buy the next one. So I haven't bought it yet. But they did add the girl with the tattoos, like from Terran Tactical. Mara, I think is her name.
Oh, Mara,
yeah, they added her into the game.
Oh, cool.
And then, so I've been playing a little bit of that. But like on the days where I'm not streaming and the days where I'm not online playing multiplayer games, I've been playing a lot of Persona still. Persona 4 Golden on PC to be exact. I did another whole entire month. I rescued the second person that went into the TV. I'm not going to say who, just in case anybody has played. But I rescued the second person. That was an interesting story. Yeah, man, they have like these interesting stories for like each character, because whenever they get sucked into the TV realm, in this game, I don't know how it is in 5 yet, but like they have like their alter, like it's themselves, but it's like everything that they want to say, but they couldn't say
all their
out,
dark
like,
desires,
their dark side and their dark desires and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm enjoying the story. It seems pretty fun thus far. I mean, I've got no complaints. So I've been doing that. I started Wasteland 2 today. Wasteland Director's Cut. I just wanted to check out like the character creation. And for those of you guys who don't know, Wasteland 3 came out a couple weeks ago, but I wanted to kind of catch up.
On Game Pass, yeah.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. But Wasteland 2, I created a squad, and it's me, Rick, Mikkel, and Alice are my squad. Rick is the sniper.
Sounds right.
Mikkel is the tinkerer, the skill monkey.
The skill monkey.
And then Alice is my assault rifle, gun him down. And I'm a shotgunner, cover destroyer, and things like that. So
nice.
I'm trying to make everybody look as close as possible to like their actual, in real life type thing. They're like their portrait, but with the limited customization that you get in Wasteland 2, it didn't really like work out.
How'd you catch my handsomeness? Like, it must be
I mean,
really
it's
hard.
impossible, dude. But I mean, the low polygon count, it kind of makes you look like Craig from Halo Infinite.
I look like Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1. He just has polygon eyes.
Pretty much.
Did you get Rick's collarbones in there?
No.
Look at nice. Look at that.
Yeah, they look good, dude. They look good.
Looks my tan line.
A hard U shape around that.
It's from my work shirt.
But yeah, so I started Wasteland 2 a little while ago. All I did was go through character creation, and I played like 30 minutes. It's very D&D-ish, very, top down.
Okay.
Their skills, instead of it being, strength, charisma, all that other stuff,
right.
It's called classic, kind of like what Fallout did with special.
Yeah.
So it's like strength, perception, endurance, and all that stuff. Theirs is called classic. Luck. Well, it's classic. It started off with like charisma, luck, agility, intelligence, speed, and strength, I think is what it was. So their system's a little bit different, and it's very weird to like get into like the character creation and stuff like that, but I had to like watch a video on it, like somebody explained this
to
shit
break
to
it
me.
down.
Because not only is there character creation and then the skills like Halo 3, I mean not Halo 3, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, where like you put points into your bar, your classic, and then you get skills, and then the amount of skill points that you have in each skill unlocks certain perks at certain tiers. So it gets like a little bit convoluted.
Okay, yeah.
But it's basically like you focus on like 4 skills at the most.
Is it kind of similar? Sorry, but is it kind of similar like on the Outer Worlds where you can actually get some negative penalties, like if you choose to not put points into something? Because I remember like on the Outer Worlds, like you could be like not so dexterous, but it'll give you more points to use them somewhere else or something like that. Do you get any negatives?
Yeah, I mean with like most of the characters, like all of you guys that I the other 3 players other than myself, I gave you guys a 0, like a 1 charisma, because I'm the face of the group in this game or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I do all the talking. Alice does all the lock picking and safe cracking. Mikkel does all the repairs and weapon tinkering and weapon modding, because there's actually like magazines and scopes and things that, you know, because there's also a cover system, and then there's also chance to hit and, you know, things like that. Your gun could jam if you have a low gun skill.
Nice.
And then you got to spend like your entire turn like
unjamming
it.
Yeah.
Rick is a sniper demolitions expert, so he's a grenadier / sniper.
Yeah.
But he like disarms, you know, mines and things like that. And basically, I'm just there to destroy cover and control where other people go. But you can also get 3. So like, not only can you get like a party of 4, but you can also get 3 other NPCs that you can like talk into joining your group.
Oh, really?
But the higher charisma you have, which is my character has the highest charisma, the higher charisma you have, the less likely the NPCs are to go rogue. Because your squad will always listen to your commands, but the people that you bring into the group will like...
If they don't like the choice...
They're like, oh, fuck this. They start like mowing people down. Like they'll kill innocent people. And you're like, what? No. So you have to have a high leadership skill to keep them in check. And it's pretty cool. So like my role is just to buff and like destroy cover. And like I said, I played like 30 minutes of it, and then I was watching Away all week. I'm on like episode 10, so I'm on the last episode. If you guys haven't seen it on Netflix, it came out on Labor Day weekend. It's pretty damn good. Hilary Swank is the main character. She's traveling from Earth to the moon to Mars, and they're gonna spend 3 years there and then come back. But this first season so far has been like their trip up to Mars, and it follows the typical episode trope, but like in space. Yeah. So you know, there's conflict within the group of astronauts with like an issue that arises or something like that. But like also while these things are happening, they'll show you like the backstory of that character, like why this character thinks it the way they do, and then there's like basically like a 10 episode like character like development pretty much. And so far, I mean, it's been pretty damn good. Some of it was, I mean, it is a little unbelievable at times, but they stick to it pretty solid.
Why are they going to Mars?
Why are they going to Mars? Because it's like the first manned mission to Mars. Kind of like what Elon Musk is trying to do, basically. But they're doing it with NASA.
Well, he's actually going to do it. So
he's actually. They don't need Netflix to do this one.
Exactly.
But basically, man, that was my whole week, dude.
I want to go back into Call of Duty. You're rocking the Chris Vector. I saw you streaming Monday. So you have different versions of it? Because I know you had the hoser, like that was like your run and gun, just SMG style.
Right.
And then I saw another one where you had like a barrel, an optic on there, and you're actually just.
Yeah.
I mean, so that firearm really versatile to your style?
It's pretty versatile in the game. I got an SMG style where it's like iron sights and everything is quick ADS, but it's got the longer barrel on it, and I'm thinking about removing that. It's got that 16-inch barrel that makes it like it's a silencer / barrel, but you know, like it's built together, like
integrated suppressor.
It's an integrated suppressor or whatever. I have that one on my main class, and then my hardcore class, I have the Chris Vector with everything that I just talked about, but with the 3x scope on it, and or it's a 3.25. And then it's got the 12 round, 2-round burst, 45 round mag in it, which I thought was weird, like a 12 round mag, but it was like I was like, what? And it's a 2-round burst, But I mean, it's a one hitter quitter. If you're within like 50 to 75 yards, it's like, and it's like one hit, one kill. I was getting like one shot, one kill markers every single kill I was getting, even though I was shooting like 5 times, because that's all you can shoot is 4 times.
And you only play multiplayer? You don't play Warzone?
I play a little bit of Warzone, so I mix it in. I do.
Do you have a setup just for Warzone? Like if you get your loadout, you have it?
Yeah.
What do you rock?
Of course. The FAMAS.
The FAMAS?
Yeah, 3-round burst.
Like the top gun right now, I think they just buffed it. It's the Kilo.
The Kilo 141.
Yeah, they buffed it.
And first gun in the game.
Everybody uses that now in Warzone. It's like meta defining at this point. Yeah, like everybody, like all the top streamers, like they have the Vic Star tournament going on, and Dr. Disrespect's in it. What's his name? Shroud.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of somebody else. I think it's Shroud. They're all rocking it. Like it's part of their loadout. Like they'll have the MP5 and then the Kilo.
Nice.
But he also has a sniper setup, which he tries not to use in tournament, because then he tries to rely too much on sniping and he gets too focused and it kind of fucks him. But he was using that Kilo and it was just mowing people down.
It's just so accurate. The Kilo's so accurate.
Shit, dude. Yeah, that's
so accurate.
That's pretty good, dude. I was like, damn.
But yeah, I was just trying to fuck around with the Chris Vector all weekend with the double XP Labor Day stuff.
I saw you.
So I maxed out the gun. I have to do all the camouflages, but I maxed it out in like 3 hours. It didn't take very long. I mean, I was getting like...
With all experience, too.
It's like 25 or 20 kills a multiplayer match, and I would get like 6 to 7 kills in a battle royale, but I wouldn't win. Like, they're just... Some people are just either way better than me, or like I'm thinking it's like mainly like netcode, to be honest with you. Like that's how I feel it is, because I'm shooting at them and I'm getting first shot. Like they haven't shot at me yet, but I'm dying somehow
and then
first.
It rolls back and
I'm just, what's happening? Like the bullets just don't come out.
It could be cheaters. There's a ton of cheaters in Warzone too, dude.
That too. But yeah, man, that was basically like the whole week was Call of Duty and stuff.
It was fun. I was watching you stream. There was a couple of times where you get the crush counter, you hit them, and then it just stops and they're hitting you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell's going on?
It's fucking brutal, bro.
I saw you playing. You're like, bam, Kevin got the hit. He got the confirm. And then it stops and just you're getting hit. And like, oh man, that
I even had one that I lost. Dude had me in the corner with Mika, and I knew he was gonna neutral jump. So as soon as they neutral jump, I activate my V trigger with Birdie. He does the pepper thing, which always hits him.
Yeah.
It's the tech.
Yeah.
Nope. I pop it. Comes right through it, hits me. I'm like, that's quarterback right there, baby. And just mops me in the corner and just puts me in the fucking blender. And I'm just sitting there like, God damn.
Time to guess. Time to guess.
Yeah.
Welcome to Street Fighter.
Welcome to Street Fighter, dude.
Yeah.
How was your week, Rick?
My week was pretty good. I actually had a really, really, really good week, guys. And I'm happy to be here. Monday, I was off, just like a lot of you guys were for Memorial, for Labor Day. I'm sorry, and it was good just to relax and unwind. Me and Mikhail, we did yard work. We went to the backyard. We mowed the lawn. We've been working. We're trying to start a garden, so we've been working on a compost heap. So all our like eggshells and fruit rinds and whatever, we take it to the back with our grass and whatever. And had to toss it, kind of stinky because we kind of ignored it for a little bit, but because it's all food stuff breaking down, you know. But you know, we flipped that around. We did some yard work. Had to dig a hole because Mikhail wanted to put a feeding tube down to one of her citrus trees. We had to dig it 2 feet down, and then she's gonna unscrew the cap and fill it up with like fertilizer. That way it'll be able to feed the tree constantly, so it could get better, grow stronger, better. So that was Monday. I also streamed Bloodborne Monday night, and I forgot how fun it is to play a game that pushes back.
Yeah,
you know, not only does it push back, but it'll punch you in the face.
Yeah,
you know, I was like, this is fun. Because I was like, no knock to Ghost of Tsushima, but I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, when I last played, I had to go do a mission where I had to infiltrate something. Here's Bloodborne. I haven't played Bloodborne. You know, and last time I played it was in December, so had to remember. Okay, triangle does this. Fuck. Now where was I too? Like shit.
They need to have like a quick tutorial video at the beginning
of the game. Previously on or something.
You haven't played in 6 months. Let's check this out.
Yeah. So I mean, I spent an hour just running around trying to remember where I was, and finally, it turns out the game doesn't tell you where you have to go sometimes. So it's like, oh yeah, for this next part, you're supposed to buy a key from the vendor and then use that to unlock the next part. I'm like, oh shit, I totally forgot about that, you know. So I had to go buy a key, do that, run around, and just playing Bloodborne and which is really refreshing. I don't know why I stopped, but
Did you ever play the Star Wars Fallen Order?
never played that one. I know you got it.
I have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I beat it.
You should definitely play it.
Yeah,
that
you
one
would like
also?
it.
You would
Yeah,
like it.
It pushes back a bit.
Yeah, I know there's like a parrying system with your lightsaber.
Yeah.
You can actually like if you want it hard, you could like, make it more difficult. It
Yep.
shortens the window.
It shortens the window to parry. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very Souls like where
And
you know.
it's a pretty solid story. It's short, but it's a pretty
I'm
solid
fine with short.
story.
I'm at the age now where like you
Yeah.
tell me the game's 10 hours. I'm like,
Yeah, that's good, dude.
let's
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I'm good.
Plus, they just patched in like now.
New game.
Later
plus.
on, you can unlock the different crystals to your lightsaber,
Oh, nice.
and there was a special color that you could only get if you pre-order, but now they added it automatically
Good.
into the game, so you can
Good.
just
Good.
get it
And
if
New
you
Game
want it.
Plus and a bunch of other stuff that
Yeah.
they added into it.
I have to try it. I have to put it on my list. But yeah, so I did Bloodborne. I did Tuesday night. I did Street Fighter online matches. I start off at Ultra Silver. No, I started off at Gold, and then I went down to Ultra Silver, regular Silver, and then I ended up back in Gold. I think I'm not too sure. I'm around there, but it's playing it on PC and having a solid connection. The game is a lot more fun. I'm enjoying it. I have to learn matchups. I quit playing when Zeku came out, so that was middle of season 3, I
Damn,
think. So when I see Seth, like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? When I see Saga, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, even some older characters too is like, oh yeah, Rashid.
Well, because now everybody has a second V skill or V trigger.
That's true. Yeah, they got new V skills and V triggers.
Yeah,
and even then, like I never learned the matchups against the original 16 characters because in our group no one played
Nobody
Rashid.
played him,
So
no.
it's like I don't know. I don't worry about no fucking Rashid.
Seth alone, the one Seth I was playing against was fucking me up doing a crouch. I'm assuming it's a
Crouching medium punch. Crouching medium punch on
it's
block.
crouch heavy because it would swipe.
Oh, he kind of like.
He does a little swipe or whatever, and it kept fucking me up, dude. I'm like, what is that? But then it would crush me. I'm like, it's definitely heavy. So I was just like, I'm just gonna block it every time. And he kept trying to hoard out, dude. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you up for trying to hoard that move out, dude. And I did. I beat him. And it was one and done. Like I beat him, and then he's like, I don't want to.
No, you learn about game plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro.
But it
funny.
definitely, if you see him doing crouching medium punch, respect the shit out of it because they're just gonna be plus on block. Just fuck it, just hold that.
He adapted to me against my birdie. He would jump in, and I'm like, headbutt,
Medium punch.
boom, headbutt,
Yeah.
and then just beat him. And then later on, he would jump in. I would do it, but he would change his trajectory because he has a slice kick.
Oh, that low.
Yeah, and by the time I hit the medium punch, he does the slice kick. It changes the hitboxes, and it would come down, bop me on the head, and he was just all over me. I'm like, okay,
playing
nice.
Seth, dude, is okay. I'm going on a quick tangent. So I went up against several Kens, right?
Oh, God.
And the thing is, when I see a Ken, I get triggered automatically. I'm like, you motherfucker. Because the thing is,
You blonde-haired, blue-eyed son of a
this is
bitch.
what's going to
Yeah.
happen. This is what's going to happen. They're going to use Tatsu to try to close a gap. Any possible gap, they're going to use EXDP.
Yep.
And they're going to want to go run cancel into either standing heavy kick or into a grab. That's what they're going to do.
That's all they do.
That's all they're going to do. So I fought one, and I beat him. Good. Fought one and beat one. Cool. I fought another one, laggy as shit. He beat me. I want the run back. I should have took the run. But Johnny tells me, he's like, Rick, if you're going to put in a match where it's laggy, you're not obligated to take the run
You're
back.
not.
There's no honor in.
There is no honor.
Dude, get the fuck out. But me, my pride's on the line. You know, I fucking lost to the scrubby ass. What you call it? I'm going back in there. You know, and I fucking lose again. But then I had a moment of clarity, dude. A fucking epiphany. It hit me. This is probably how you play Ken, like a fucking nut.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is now. Because every time you see a Ken, you never see a cool, at least not in the lower levels where I'm at, in the silver and gold rank, you never see a cool, calm, collected Ken. You always see this fucking hothead Kens just doing air tattoos, getting in there. I'm like, this is how you play Ken.
Yeah.
This is how it is. Because if not, then you're probably playing a Ryu or a Kuma.
Yeah.
You know?
A better
So-
Shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, I'm like, so when I see Ken now, I'm like, okay, expect complete nuttery. Just everybody's they're gonna play like fucking ham and go crazy, and they're gonna whenever they have a chance to go EXDP, expect it.
Yeah.
Sure enough, once I accepted that, I'm like,
And the character's just overall not good. Like Ken's just not a good character. He has a lot of faults.
there's gaps in there.
There's gaps in the gameplay and just the character itself. But not every character is supposed to be top tier.
No, not well-rounded. But yeah, so yeah, just realizing against Kevin.
And they're all from Mexico or Brazil, dude. Every single fucking one.
Dude, for real.
God damn, dude.
I had
Every
one,
single
and
fucking
then I
one of
saw
them.
what you going because I was going to chat. I went ja.
Yeah.
That's how many.
He had a
left.
USA flag, but I looked at his name, and his name was like Edgar
Yeah.
something. It was something Spanish. I was like, you might be a USA, but you're Mexican on the other end, bro. Like, here he goes. He's gonna jump.
And
Tatsu.
all of our viewers are gone.
No, dude, I'm Mexican. I can say it. It's not racist.
Yeah, it's not. It's
We're not
not.
And
gonna
again,
fuck.
he would jump air tatsu.
And he probably
close the
beats
gap.
fighters.
I'm like, you motherfucker! I know you're gonna do that every time.
Yeah.
God
So
damn.
that was Tuesday playing online. Wednesday, I told myself, all right, I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna do my due diligence and scour the internet for the choice video game news to bring out to you guys and to our fans. But there was a lot this week. I mean, a lot.
By Wednesday, the leak happened already. Right?
Yeah, it was like Tuesday.
I think Tuesday was lead, and by Wednesday that's when it happened.
They confirmed it.
Yeah. So Thursday I did some more online matches, and then Friday, here we are.
Today.
It flew by. Yeah. So work was good. Gaming
week
was
for
good.
everyone,
Short
dude.
week, 4 days.
Love it.
I can
Not
get used
for
to
me.
it.
I gotta go to work tomorrow, bitch.
I can get used to this. So yeah, and then here we are, and I'm ready to talk about. So do we want to go with a bunch of little stuff, or do we want to dive into the?
Let's
up
just
to you,
dive
Pop.
into the
The big-
big,
let's get the big board?
biggest news of the week, and we all know
right.
what it is.
We all know what it is, boys. It
Ninja
is.
is no,
Guess who's back?
nah.
Ninja's
no.
back.
No.
Guess who's
This-
back?
What is the song? Return of the Mac.
Yeah, return. Yeah, playing that.
Oh my god! And the thing is, I was wondering last week why that song was trending. I was like, why is this song trending? And it's been stuck in my head.
Stupid
it's because
Google.
there's stupid commercial.
Yeah,
and they
Google.
played that commercial like 8 times during the game last night.
That's what it
I was
is.
watching from the
No wonder
NBC.
it's been stuck in my head all day.
I was watching the NBC app and I heard the song and I was like, "Oh shit, it's a
We
good
in
song."
there. We're in there. We in
That's
there.
my theme song, by the way.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
That's a
Whatever
good
you
one.
want to do, man.
Anyway,
Pick a
let's
topic.
start
go.
with the biggest news.
Okay, let's
We
go
know
off.
what it
Let's go
is.
off.
All
Okay,
right.
so guys, Microsoft on Wednesday announced Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S will be available on November 10th. Pre-orders start September 22nd.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before we dive into it, Series X. I'm just shortcutting
Yep.
the names, okay? So I don't want to be
Yeah,
saying
no,
Xbox.
yeah,
One. Just
no, but
Series
we
X.
We had a podcast about that.
Yeah, $499. Series S, $299.
Right.
Just with that bit of information, what do you guys think with this option of having two plans?
It's
okay,
good.
Okay, hold on, let me preface that one more time with one more thing. You have the option of financing these machines with, when you do finance them, they will come back. They'll come with Xbox Ultimate Pass.
Is that
You
through
don't-
GameStop?
No, this is through Microsoft himself. They
Oh,
will
is it? I
finance
didn't
it.
see
Yes.
that.
Okay.
I mean, I
Okay.
was
So
gonna buy mine
let
cash.
me go a little bit into it. So Microsoft will offer finance plans to customers to pay for either the console, over 24 months. The Series S will be $25 a month. Series X will be $35 a month.
I think that's smart to do during COVID times when people don't
Yeah.
have jobs.
That is
Yes.
fairly smart.
Pretty smart.
And I think them
pretty-
doing it that way kind of helps out the people that. Cause I put the link up about GameStop doing it, and I think Victoria was the one. She's like, "Man, if you have to do it in payment plans or installments, you're probably doing pretty bad with your finances." But then later on, a couple hours later, she's like, "I've thought about it. Maybe if you're like a single parent and you're kind of struggling, it makes sense." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Like, there's always two sides to everything.
Yeah, there's always someone.
I think it's a good
benefit.
thing.
Definitely.
You know, I think more places probably should be doing it because you're guaranteed to just get people in the door. But I had no intentions of buying an Xbox whatsoever.
You had no.
Oh,
Had was past
Had.
tense word.
Past tense,
What
my
happened?
friend.
What
Ooh.
happened, sir?
I don't mind dropping $300 on a system.
Yeah, we did it on the Switch. Same price as the Switch, but with 4K
Exactly.
graphics.
Exactly. But my thing is, I'm probably not going to do it right away. I'm still going to buy the PS5 first.
Sure.
But let's say they do come out with a new Killer Instinct. You know, like, there's very few games on the Xbox that I care to play. Killer Instinct was definitely one of them.
It's yeah.
I'm not the biggest Halo fan. I'm not the biggest Gears fan.
Fair enough.
And those are the only licensing ones that I can think of off the top of my head. Like, what else do they have?
Forza's, I think.
Forza, Fable.
Okay, Fable.
Obsidian Entertainment is with them. So Outer Worlds, Fallout New Vegas.
Fable, I forgot about
things like
Fable.
that.
I might do that. But if I do, like, it would be for a handful of games that I don't mind buying digitally.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And the hard drive was what, a terabyte?
No, it's a 512 gig super speed whatever
those.
hard drive.
Yeah,
What they're calling it. It's definitely half. It's half of everything.
Yeah.
Because it won't do. It also won't like upscale old Xbox games because it's fully backwards compatible or whatever.
Okay.
So it's not gonna give you all the bells and whistles that a Series X will give you. But it will run all your Game Pass games. It's gonna do the game stream stuff that they're doing, the Xbox game stream stuff that they're doing. It'll do 4K. It'll do 120 frames per second. It's just
up to 120. I don't think it'll do this right off the bat. I think you're gonna have to need some stuff.
No, even on the box art it says
120 frames.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the X, the S, Xbox Series S. They said up to. They kept saying on the bottom up to 120 frames. So I'm like,
because not all games are gonna do 120 frames.
Okay.
That's why it's like some games will.
So
run
the games are built to do that,
right?
It will, yeah.
Because like I don't know, like a game like Dead Cells doesn't need to be 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
60 frames is perfect, or 100 frames, or whatever it is that your TV can handle. Most TVs can't even handle 144 frames a second. That's true. So let's be real. That's true. Especially at 4K, because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I do like the design of the console. It does look like a boombox though.
Yeah, with a random speaker.
I saw the say anything meme.
It looked like a domino.
Somebody laid it flat and put a pane on top. Like it was a burner, dude. Oh, that was my favorite one. I was like, that's nice.
That's funny,
good, dude. But I think financing it is a smart thing for them to do. I mean, it's basically games as a service.
Yeah.
You know, like with their Game Pass, their game streaming stuff that they're doing. They're just setting up a bunch of services, and I think that's the perfect flagship for them to do so. Yeah. You know, say here's your $300 entry point, and you can finance it if you want to, but 24 months, it seems like you're paying like $10.
We are paying extra because you are getting some of the Xbox Game Pass. They're rolling that into it also.
Oh, okay.
And I'm pretty sure they want to get some of its interest for them. So
yeah.
I'm sure it's not going to equal out to exactly.
You're probably paying a little bit more.
You're probably going to be. I think I did the math. It's a little bit more, but I mean, you are getting the Game Pass, so that does add to it.
Right.
How much does the Game Pass?
The Game Pass, well, that varies. If you want the PC version, like me and Ruben have, the Game Pass is only $5. Now,
a month?
Yeah, $5 a month. And you get
that's like $60 a year.
Yeah, and you get roughly around 100 games, and sometimes some games rotate out, some games rotate in, kind of like Netflix. You know, yeah.
But it also ties into the Xbox one as well. If you want with like Xbox Live, that one's more expensive.
Yeah, so we want the Game Pass on console. That one's $9.99, and then if you want the Game Pass with your Gold subscription, like that kind of like the PlayStation Plus for the Xbox, that'll be $14.99 a month. So you could roll all these things. You have options, and that's what I think.
Which is good.
Yes, I'm all about the options. If Microsoft could do that, especially the whole financing system. Yeah, some people maybe they don't have the disposable income. They don't have $500 ready to go. But if you give them, you entice them to the offer like, hey, $35 a month.
Unless that second stimulus comes through, dog.
It's
not gonna happen.
It does.
But has Sony mentioned if they're gonna do the same thing, or because they're supposed to announce theirs next week? Rumor has it.
Like, I'm hearing November 20th.
For what?
For the PlayStation 5
to drop. Mm-hmm. Well, they're supposed to release their price next week.
Yeah, but I'm hearing release date of the 20th so far. That's like the 5 different rumors that I've dug up.
So it's 10 days after the Xbox.
Yep.
And when does Cyberpunk come out?
The 22nd
November.
So they're both gonna drop before Cyberpunk comes out.
Correct.
Nice.
So we're ready to go. Yeah. So yeah, that was huge news. I mean, what I thought was so funny was I have no brand loyalty to either Xbox or Game Pass. I mean to Xbox or PlayStation, but I went to the
you have an Reddit. Xbox?
I had 360.
Oh, so you don't have an Xbox One?
Not Xbox One, no.
Yeah, okay. You're a PlayStation fanboy.
I had a PlayStation, but because the Street Fighter was coming out on it, that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm a fanboy now because I have bought it for one game. Whatever.
Bloodborne. You just got done talking about Bloodborne for like an hour.
Come down, bro.
If it was on Xbox, I would have got it anyway.
Like God of War?
I played it.
Yeah, you liked it? You like Street Fighter? I mean, not Street Fighter.
Fucking liar, bro.
God of War was okay. Do what?
Spider-Man? It
was okay.
You just don't like good games. All right, cool.
You guys like Anyway, this is a discussion for another thing. You're just trying to egg me on, and it's working. And it's with you're working.
I mean, you're playing Bloodborne, and you beat it like once.
I believe Bloodborne. Dark Souls I have.
It's not all the same game? Looks all the same to me, bro. I don't know.
You don't play those games. They're too hard for you, okay?
They're not too hard. I just don't.
We actually about it.
Games. Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, like complete the game,
anyways,
bro.
Anyways,
only game is completed this year.
You go to Reddit.
And now he's playing it again.
That's actually I beat that one, but no one beats that one. That's a lie. I made it up. I just googled the ending. But I go to the Gamer News Reddit, and the PlayStation boys are so like flaming like Xbox. Like, oh yeah, it's good news. Trying to be happy for you guys. Like they're like, and people are just talking. I'm like, these guys are like actually doing a console war. Like they're like they're talking shit to each other.
There is no console wars anymore.
No, you go online and look at Twitter and look at Reddit, dude. And I'm telling you, these boys are literally just talking shit to each other.
IGN has a running vote going on right now, and your 4 choices are Xbox S, the Xbox X, the PlayStation, their version of digital, which we don't know what theirs is going to be called,
and hard drive,
and then the full drive, right? So those are your 4 options, and they asked the question, which one are you going to buy first, right? At like 15,000 votes, at 60% was the PlayStation 5, and the rest of the 40% is spread over the other 3.
The other ones?
Like, it's PlayStation. Like, it's the best system. It just is. And I think it comes down to just better licensing.
Yep.
Like, if you put
Exclusives.
the games against each other, like, cool, Forza, me. Do you play Forza?
Never.
Nobody here plays Forza.
No.
Ruben might. I might.
looking around.
I enjoyed Gran Turismo a lot.
Gran Turismo
And I've
was
played
dope.
Forza before. I had a 360. You know, whatever. But it just comes down to licensing. It has had better games. I mean, if you take away Halo, man, Xbox ain't got shit, dude.
It's on PC, bro.
Exactly. And that's another thing. Like, why would you buy the system if you can just get it on PC?
Get on PC, exactly.
You know? Whereas the PlayStation, some of those things you can't get on PC. Originally, you couldn't get Street Fighter, right?
No, they came out launch day.
Launch, yeah. They're both cross, yeah.
On PC?
Horizon Zero Dawn and Death Stranding.
What am I thinking?
Horizon Zero Dawn and Death Stranding were both.
You're thinking about the other open
PS5,
world games.
PS4.
Probably like a Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter was also one of those, but it wasn't an exclusive to Sony.
Right.
But yeah, like a bunch of stuff. It always comes to PC late. Like
yeah, I remember them complaining about that. Like we would get some of the events on console, and then 2 months later they would get the event. It's like, man, it sucks for you guys.
the patches would be behind all that stuff. Yeah,
that's whack, dude. But yeah, there's only one system. It's the PlayStation.
PC. PC Master Race.
It really is.
PC Master Race.
It really is.
I've already converted Rick.
No, yeah. Once you get it, there's no turning back, bro.
I'm just gonna buy that graphics card and just start from there.
And well, actually, that's what it is, though. That's what it is. The consoles, if you look at it, they're priced at a fucking graphics card.
Yeah. The new ones just went on pre-order today.
The thing is, if you want to be dedicated to PC gaming, guys, you and I'm going on a yeah, it's fucking expensive because okay, when you get the console, you got a game, a controller, you're pretty much set because you already have like the TV, you know. Yeah. What else do you need to attach?
Speakers, headset.
Maybe a headset, maybe that's
a
it.
good
Some
controller.
peripherals, yeah. But if you want the PC though, what kind of monitor do you want?
Okay. How much?
Where are you gonna put it on?
How many?
Yeah. What kind of case? What kind of lighting? What kind of accessories?
Power supply.
Power supply. Keyboard, mouse, processor.
Yeah, motherboard. What are you going with?
Yeah,
I'm hearing option select. That's what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
I get to.
Your thing is I mean, that's the thing about when it comes to PC gaming. You really have options, you know. So it's like. Yes, I could spend the $4.99 and get this console, which has a pre-package. Everything's already locked in. Yeah. But the thing is, that's it though. I'm gonna have this for maybe 3 years when the PS5 Pro comes out or the Xbox Series X Pro. Because let's face the facts, this is what's going on now. This is the new future for console gaming. Yeah. You know, I mean, it started with the PlayStation 2 when we had the PlayStation 2, then PlayStation 2 Slim. Maybe it wasn't better, but it was more compact.
Yeah, they just made it compact.
Yeah, they made it more compact. But that was kind of like a precursor of what was going to happen because then, for sure enough, PlayStation 4, 3.5 years into the life cycle, we got the Pro. You know?
I was thinking more the Xbox did it first because it was like Xbox and then Xbox Elite. Right? They did an Xbox,
Xbox 360.
Elite.
Yeah, I think they had a Slim
and an Elite. Did it,
but the 360 Elite, the only difference that I remember was like they upgraded the fan so it wasn't as loud.
Yeah.
And then they upgraded the hard drive. So instead of it being like a 200 gig or 120 gig, it was like a 500 gig or terabyte or something like that.
Eventually it hit a terabyte, yeah.
Eventually, yeah. But like that was like one of the first. I remember PlayStation Slim, but as far as I was concerned, it like didn't really change anything because they went from like the Spider-Man PS3 with, you know, backwards compatibility and all that badass stuff, and then it like they released a cheaper model that didn't have backwards compatibility, and then they changed it to a slim model, and then there was another slim model.
Yeah, because I think if I remember correctly, the first PlayStation 3 was like $599, and we have backwards compatibility, and then they're like, "Ah, shit, this is fucking expensive."
And you had 4 USB ports on that bitch.
Goddamn.
Yeah, the original place, the one that
and the PS5 only has one. Son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch! Got bamboozled.
I'm gonna play my fighting games. God damn it!
Yeah. Well, you can play your fighting games. You just can't play with anybody else.
Oh my god, USB hubs exist, guys. They exist.
You know, there's delay when it goes through everything, right?
No,
you know that, right?
Not USB 3, bro, and not USB-C, not Thunderbolt. You don't understand how much bandwidth goes into a Thunderbolt cable, bro.
I don't think you
can power an entire graphics card and monitor off of a Thunderbolt cable, bro.
On the PS5, maybe, but currently on the PlayStation 4, those fucking
those suck.
Those do not work with
that's
controllers.
But I mean,
that's why I have all my single player games on a hard drive, and then like when you guys come over and play fighting games, like that's on the console.
Yeah, that's how I have mine, because I got one of those to plug in my controller, and then I had a headset that had a little dongle to it, and then I had my hard drive. Yeah, that thing's like, nah, we're going to recognize any of this.
Yeah, because
start unplugging shit, motherfucker. I'm like, oh.
Because I see you streaming. I'm like, hey, Kevin, what's up? And one time you were like actually chatting, but then
none
like,
of the arcade sticks have fucking ports, man.
They don't have little jacks.
Motherfuckers, dude. Like, god damn. Just put a fucking 3.5.
Easy.
That's all I need. Fuck.
Fair enough.
You got so much to ask for, Ruben.
So maybe the PS5, maybe the technology will be there where they could have the Thunderbolts and you could have dongles, or maybe it'll be kind of like the Xbox where they have an extra USB in the back of the console.
They do.
Maybe.
So
both of them do. They have one at the back.
Okay, so
there's only one USB 3.1 on the front and a USB-C on the front on the PS5.
All right. So what are you guys buying first?
I'm gonna get the Series S because it's coming out first, and then 10 days later I'll have the PS5.
I'm leaning towards the if I do get any of the Xbox one, it'll be the Series X, the Series S. Sorry, too many series. The Series S, a smaller one. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing there that says, "Rick, buy this now."
Yeah.
You know, the only game I would want that I will be loyal for is probably Street Fighter. That's it. Yeah. Let's face the facts, boys. Yeah, I know I love Street Fighter.
That's not too much.
You know, but the thing is, like, Street Fighter isn't exclusive. I mean, there's an exclusive where I can't get it somewhere else. I mean, like I said, it comes on PC, you know? Yeah. Maybe if another Killer Instinct comes out.
Also PC. If it's Microsoft.
But you're right. Yeah, it's also PC. But there's nothing on there that says, buy this for this console. I'm
going to pick up the S mainly because of the fact that I want to get the full money out of my Game Pass. So, like, with having the Game Pass, there's, like, 150 other games that I don't have access to on the Xbox because I don't actually own one. So I will be buying a Series S just so I can have it in the living room or in my bedroom on the TV or whatever. And hey, if I want to play a game on here like Wasteland 3 or whatever, and I'm playing on this thing, and I was like, oh, you know, I kind of want to go relax in bed. I don't want to be in this gaming chair, and I'm gonna go lay back on the couch or in bed or whatever. I can just pick up right where I left off, and do that. Or if I wanted to stream my games from over there, I could do the PC games over there. You could also do that as well. Okay. So I mean, I think it's a good buy if you're invested into their architecture, their ecosystem. Yeah. But if you're coming in brand new,
like me,
like
essentially,
like if you don't have a gaming PC and you're coming from last gen, obviously the choice is PlayStation 5. Like if I had to choose one or the other, PlayStation 5 all day. But
that's where the games are.
That's where the good games are. So, but first, I'm gonna get the S because it comes out 12 days earlier.
First, yeah.
So, just quick specs, guys, on the Series X. If you guys want to find it yourselves, and you can go to the Microsoft website and you can look at it. But what I jotted down was, so the Series X will be 4 times more powerful than the current Xbox One. Includes an 8-core AMD Zen 2 processor. Yeah. The Series S is 60% smaller than the Series. The Series S is 60% smaller than the Series X. Too many fucking series, and doesn't have the disk drive. You have to download or stream your game. So that'll be the drawback. You know, not only less price, but you have to stream it or download it. So I mean, if all you want is a smaller game, and you just like, oh, I'm download this game. Okay, I'm done with it. Get another one.
That also popped up today. It's called the Series V, where it's basically the Pro, like the terabyte hard drive and all that stuff, but you know, bigger and with bigger hard drive.
Just less drive of the X.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I mean, that popped up today. No word on the pricing yet, but it does make sense because they had a code name Edinburgh in the works. Because I think one was Scorpio,
Scarlet and Anaconda. I think.
Well, it just makes sense. That's just $100 cheaper.
Oh, it'd be
So
right
it'd
in the
be
middle.
$2.99,
$3.99,
$3.99 and $4.99.
Very possible.
Common
Very
sense
possible.
at that point. Pricing
Yeah, makes sense.
Possible.
So,
Yeah.
so
Like,
yeah,
have you guys seen the gold PS5?
So that was a third party.
that a
A
thing?
third party, yeah. I don't think Sony is made. I pray to God Sony doesn't do this gaudy bullshit like that. But I think it's a third party. Well, they'll grab your console and if you
Pimp it out.
you have money to burn, literally, they'll
Yeah.
turn into a statue, a trophy. But yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
But going back to the Microsoft thing, also this week, Xbox Game Pass announced that they are going to be adding EA Play into the Xbox Game Pass at
Nice.
no additional cost, which is pretty cool. So
All the sports games.
all the sports games, you get like
Apex.
It's
EA.
Electronic Arts,
EA,
Yeah.
yeah.
Electronic Arts.
So you get all the BioWare stuff, all the Star Wars stuff.
Activision.
No, that's Blizzard.
That's it's
Activision's its own thing.
Activision's not. Okay, that's right.
But like you get like all the Star Wars stuff that they come out with, BioWare, Respawn Entertainment, and all the EA.
If I get access to the Fallen Order, I think that'd be fucking legit.
Yeah.
Especially on PC, bro. That's supposed to happen sometime during the winter. So I'm guessing in the next 2 to 3 months. Hopefully before. I think they're gonna do it before the Series S and X come out. You know, they're gonna do that beforehand. It gives you more of an incentive to play.
To buy, yeah.
Right, to play into their ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're also like, did you see that Valhalla's release date got moved up to coincide with
the launch.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Valhalla is now coming out November 10th instead of November 18th or something like that.
So they push up the launch window.
Yep.
Yeah.
Launch date.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Ruben, being our resident tech guy,
Oh, God.
what is
Uh-oh.
an 8-core AMD Zen 2 processor? How what does that? Where does that stand right now? Recently talking with about the RTX 3000 series.
How's your computer doing?
Just what?
How's your computer doing?
Pretty good.
That's how it's doing.
Okay.
That's how it's doing. That's what you have.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what you have.
Okay.
But you have a Ryzen, not a Zen 2. Zen 2 basically is the CPU and the GPU all together in one.
Just mixed. I mean, just
that's their APU. That's what it's basically. I think that's what they're using is an APU, because it doesn't actually have like a graphics card separate and then like the CPU. They do it. They just put them both together on one chipset, and then they cool off the same thing. So like that's why it has the giant
big old
fan hole
Right.
everywhere on the S and the X. It's got that giant fan.
I thought it was a
at the top.
speaker.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely what it is. But it's just got
Get my
that
Bluetooth.
so it's got a big fan in there to kind of suck the air out of it to get all the heat and everything off of that. So Zen 2 is good. I think they've got another one. I think, man, I could have sworn AMD's having a press conference next week, and they're already talking about their retaliation to Nvidia stuff that came out the week before, right?
Yeah.
That's
Last
what we
week,
talked
we
about.
talked about it last week. Yeah.
So they've got their retaliation, like, hey, we're coming at you, but
do they honestly have anything?
they have a good mid-grade card. Does that make sense? So like their top of the line card is like $500 or $600,
Yeah.
right? And Nvidia's top of the line card is like double that price.
1,500.
Yeah, it's like $1,500. So
So good luck.
yeah, I mean, like if you want to buy the top of the line AMD card, that's great. Like you're gonna get a good solid card that's gonna last you a good 2 years or whatever. But the difference between AMD and of course Nvidia is Nvidia gets day one driver updates all the time. So like Crysis is coming out again, and they're gonna release a brand new driver just for the new Crysis game or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it'll be that day. AMD will be like 6 weeks from now, unless it's like a AAA title.
It also matters like some of your monitors, right? Some monitors work better with AMD graphics cards, where some work better with
that one's
NVIDIA.
that
I got
one's
a BenQ, and I think that one is, I don't know which one works.
Yours
better
doesn't
as well.
have that. Mine's got this one's got FreeSync, and that one's got G-Sync over there.
Ah, okay.
So this one was back when I had an AMD card, but I mean it still works, freaking
Yeah,
perfect.
mine works fine. But I remember hearing something about some work better with AMD or with NVIDIA or something like that.
If it's FreeSync, AMD, G-Sync, NVIDIA, but I think NVIDIA started supporting all of FreeSync stuff as well, because FreeSync is open source. But also being that, what was I going to get to? Being that like what were we just talking about? I lost my train of thought.
FreeSync. Focus, Papa. Focus. Come on.
No, it isn't that.
That's what I pay you for.
I mean, we got plenty of time. But it's just kind of like,
come back.
but also like with all the consoles going AMD, because every single console is AMD except for the Switch there, and all the AAA titles coming out for AMD on AMD hardware with Xbox and PlayStation. I have a feeling that the market's going to shift a little bit more towards AMD at this point, just because like, hey, okay, you will still have certain games like Cyberpunk that will only support GeForce. Like they've already got their GeForce. Cyberpunk graphics card edition, 2080 Ti or whatever, and it's gonna have proprietary stuff like, and Witcher 3 he had the hair works or whatever, like his hair and the fur on the animals would like, fluctuate with the physics or whatever. And then you go to, Tomb Raider, Lara Croft was an AMD game, and that one used Tress effects, and that one was proprietary only for AMD. And if you played it with a NVIDIA card, I mean, you'd have to turn that shit off because it looks stupid. Like the hair was all stringy and it would go crazy.
Street Fighter 5 hair.
Right. Yeah, it looked real bad. It was like Nikali whenever he goes his V trigger and just the hair looked like it would just fly everywhere. So I mean, I wish they wouldn't do that. I wish they wouldn't make technologies proprietary from one or the other. Just like make a good game, make it run great on both platforms, and let's keep moving forward. That's what I want. But yeah, Zen 2's pretty dope.
Okay. Any other closing thoughts on the Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S? I mean, I think we all can agree options is good.
Yeah, options
the
are
ability
good.
to finance.
Yeah, it's all good, dude. Yeah.
You can stream
Good
it.
luck.
Yeah. So I mean,
get what you can before PlayStation comes out.
Do what you can before the PlayStation comes out. So speaking of, well, I know we talked briefly of Cyberpunk. So the Cyberpunk 2077 developers, Adam Kaczynski, I might be saying it wrong. He is CD Projekt Red president and joint CEO. He says our microtransactions for multiplayer won't be aggressive. Cyberpunk 2077 will have free DLC and paid expansion, just like The Witcher.
Yeah.
So I know we've harped on how well CD Projekt Red does, but I think this is just more proof of how awesome they are. About, look, this is a game. It's coming out. We're not gonna piss you off with microtransactions. The ones we are gonna have are gonna be good. I mean, he wrote. I forgot. I don't have the source.
Just to clarify that they're not gonna have any
Single player.
microtransactions for single player.
It's
only going to be
for
for
the multiplayer.
Online multiplayer that happens like.
And the multiplayer won't come out till later. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the only time you'll see the microtransactions is for the multiplayer, which isn't being planned to be released until farther down the road. Thoughts?
I think it's perfect.
Yeah,
that's exactly how you should
perfectly.
do it.
Me hating microtransactions, I think this is awesome, especially when it comes to your main player, your main game, where you don't want things to be diluted or split up a fan base because the lack of maps or weapons or just anything of that sort. I mean, of course, that's not going to affect your single player too much, but still, you don't want to. Oh, I got this.
Can I buy a bigger dick?
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I just think that's awesome. I mean, and CD Projekt Red, they have the clout to do that. So.
I can't wait, dude. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be a good game, dude.
2.5 more months.
Fucking good game.
2.5 more months.
And of course, I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna knock it.
Yeah, you're gonna talk shit about it. Me and him are gonna be like,
he's gonna get 40% of the way through and just
not even. I want to
get through the intro. I don't like the combat.
I'm gonna be in Night City, like the White Orchids of Night City. I'm like, oh yeah.
It's got good music.
It's nice. I mean, it's not the game's fault. It's just not for me.
It's not for me, man. I'm more of an old school gamer. I don't like my microtransactions, but I play a game where it's all costumes.
Yeah, just push back, dude. Just push back.
Just push back.
Like, I don't want that pushback means. Dude. Like, I don't want to push back. I don't understand.
If you rewind the tape, I go, what?
Huh? Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, they could do microtransactions in the game. I wouldn't give a shit. They deserve all the money in the world for being greatest video game developer of all time.
They're pretty good.
But you don't like their games. They're pretty good. You like them.
They're pretty good. Good TV show. So Epic Games, they have lost 26 million monthly following the App Store.
That's it.
App Store store termination. Yeah, according to buyshares.com.
26 mil. That's it.
That's what they're losing, Gene.
That's it. A month, a day, or up to date.
A month.
It's been a month already?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's been a full month.
I think it's been a full month, but I think
almost a month.
It's coming up though. But
yeah, this makes like billions of dollars a year. Like
exactly. It just puts you into
a little
perspective. Yeah. It puts you in perspective of how much they're losing just from this. But the thing is, I mean, let's face the facts. These guys want every cent they could possibly get. I mean,
sure.
I mean, if you think about it, like, look, guys,
aren't they worth more than Apple?
Who?
Tencent.
No.
I'm sorry, Tencent. Epic is worth more than Apple, no?
No.
Is it? Let me look
okay.
Because I want to say is Amazon is the number one company in the world, followed by Apple.
It's big. It's fucking huge. Can't say that. I mean,
or Google.
Like, look at half the people in the world and see what they got in their pocket. It's probably gonna be an Apple or an Android. When everybody has
it's
phones.
Amazon.
Oh, you know, goddamn, Apple's up there.
Yeah, Apple's fucking.
I didn't know that they were worth $2 trillion.
Yeah, like you going against Apple is probably the stupidest thing you can do, money wise. You don't have enough money to fight it.
Yeah,
they got some good lawyers. Is that what you're saying?
They do, but not even the FBI can get past them. So what does that tell you?
That's true.
Yeah, when the FBI says I need Apple to unlock this iPhone so we can get information, and Apple just like, nah, go fuck yourselves.
Well, I actually respect that. I actually respect that.
Yeah, it's a privacy thing.
Because the thing is, no, quick political. If they did do that and they decided, hey, we're gonna break your phone, we need it to, for good cause. What happens when they're like, well, we kind of just need to check on someone's phone just because we want to check on them?
It's bullshit. That's why they're staunch about it. Yeah. They're like, no, motherfuckers, it's not your phone. You're not getting in.
Yeah. Like that
basically what it is, yeah.
So Horizon Zero Dawn patch 1.04 is now available. So the patch aims to resolve additional crashes as well as a host of gameplay and performance improvements. Source the Steam community. Now this makes me want to play the game because I remember hearing about it. Yeah, because I remember hearing. I was like, ooh, like I want to play because I mean Mikkel was playing it and I watched her playing it. Oh, those load times, bro.
Oh, the load times are terrible.
Rough.
Yeah.
So I was like, well.
Not like Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima, the quick
load times
quick ports were good.
6 seconds, bro.
God,
I love that. That was really
sometimes shorter.
Yeah.
God damn, it felt good.
If they ever port that one over to PC, like, could you imagine? Like, you don't even get load screens. It's like precognitive.
Show up.
Yeah, it's precognitive. We know you want to
just think about it.
Oh, okay.
You're just like, I want to go.
Golden Temple. Golden Temple. I'm there.
I'm at the temple.
Upgrade my shit, bro.
Come here, horse.
Yeah, I'm looking through the recent reviews on the Steam community website over Horizon Zero Dawn. It is still in the mixed overall. It doesn't have enough recent reviews. But like all like the top, like the last 10 recently posted great. So
good.
I mean, it's getting up there. So
which is weird to see because Death Stranding is a more recent game, and that got. I mean, you played the port. What'd you think of it?
It was so good.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard that Horizon Zero Dawn being out since February of
same
2017.
Engine too.
Yeah, same engine. Been out since February 2017. Now just getting a PC port.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just. I don't know if it's
some games are easier to port over than
maybe,
others.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's riddled with bugs, but definitely there's.
It isn't just that. It's the way that they utilize their coding as well. Yeah. So like they're for some reason it's like their fucking shaders are messing up. They've got memory leaks in the GPU. So like basically what a memory leak is for those of you who don't know and who aren't technically savvy.
Rick,
not me.
Looking at you, bro.
Not me. So I'm not lying about it.
So what happens is whenever you run an application that uses a certain amount of RAM. What a memory leak does is it just keeps on so if it uses 1 gig of RAM, it will go 1.01, 1.02, 1.03, all the way up
snowballing
until it uses up all your shit, and then you can't do anything anymore, and then it just cancels out the game. So it had major memory leak issues and major texture issues and major a whole bunch of issues and also it's an older game with older tech, so you definitely see it on the high resolution, high frame rate monitors and stuff like that. So they if you're in the scene and your character's over here and then it transitions and the character moves in front of the hut or whatever, the frames being as many as they are 144 plus, you actually see what's her face come in
what's her face?
what is her name again?
Aloy.
You actually see her move.
That was Ailey.
Ailey works.
Aloy works.
Cute little redhead.
They have her in one area in the cutscene, but as they move her over to the other side of the cutscene, you actually see her character slide into view because there's so many frames. You're just like, the fuck was that? It looks creepy because she just
I like it, dude.
It's just electric
Badass.
slide into
Yeah,
the thing.
dude.
What's up, boys?
Nah, it's the fucking Akuma.
Matsatsu. But the
Raging Demon had his beat.
1,000 deaths.
1,000
I want to talk about Street Fighter 5. So apparently, since it's gone on PlayStation Plus
Dude, we talked
again,
about this like 4 times.
my
already?
fucking game. Y'all know I like fucking Street Fighter now.
Suck its dick
It's
already.
alright, dude.
We're back in there.
I want to speak about
see.
Street Fighter 5 too. I got
Okay,
something.
Good.
special.
Oh.
So on Street Fighter 5, since it's been on free to play for PlayStation Plus members, it has gone up 2.7 million new players.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, these ain't still numbers. It's just new players coming
players,
in.
nice.
And this got tweeted out by High Fight TH. Guys, if you like seeing matches with awesome players getting broke down literally frame by frame, look at High Fight. He literally it was a match with Daigo versus I want to say Kiro or Fudo, and it's just okay. This is Daigo. He's backing up, possibly charging for Sonic Boom, but it doesn't. But whiffs? Question mark. Like he's putting text inside the matches just to let you know what's going on through the player's head. So he plays it out.
So he's Robin Black in it.
He's he'll pause it, and they'll do something, and he'll show above the character like this character has one of two options.
Yeah.
Either
Block or jump. Yeah.
neutral jump, block it. That's their only two options, and then he'll presume the video, and they go with block, and he's like block.
Yeah.
Now the dude reacts, and he's just saying, okay, now he's gonna do this. He's gonna whiff
Now
punch.
he goes with crouching medium punch.
Yeah.
-2 on block. Does he push? Yeah. And
Does he hit a button?
He
Like,
does.
it's
And then
pretty
this one,
fucking
like he
good,
puts
dude.
down. Like
he just recently started doing that though.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw that.
other than that, he was mainly known for just putting up fight clips.
Yeah.
Just high level clips.
High level
of
fights
just
put him on. Yeah.
shit that looked good. Shit that was, badass or unique, I should say.
Definitely.
too.
So yeah, I mean, right now it's especially if you're a PlayStation user to get in. I mean, there's a lot of a lot of greenhorns in there to get practice in it and play, and of course the Discord's alive. It really this is the best state the game has been in, right now. So I think if you want to get into it now.
Yeah. Before all the new characters come in.
Before season 5.
Goddamn Dan.
Get ready to spend some money if you want all the things, though.
Well, that's a selling point for Street Fighter, because any other fighting game you want to get into, get prepared to pay for all the character passes. Street Fighter, you lock in $30. That's it. You got everything. The only thing you won't get is some of the promotional costumes that came from the CPT winners, and some of the CPT stages. And that's it. Other than that, you get everything, which is pretty good, because if you want to get into Tekken or Dragon Ball or just about any modern day fighter, you have to buy the season.
Yeah.
It's actually really smart of them to give away the base game for free, and people that don't want all the characters to spend the $30, they'll spend whatever money on that one character that they play.
They can.
It's actually pretty
They
smart.
can,
So yeah, I mean, right now, like, if you want to get into that game, it's the
Pretty
time
solid,
to do it. I mean, we all played it day one. No Xenia system. Lobby. The battle lounges were only 2 players.
There's 40 fucking characters to choose from.
Yeah, sorry. Launched
That's
with
it?
16.
I mean, it ain't no MVC2, but
That was.
that one had 56.
God damn.
Yeah, but no one played like Ruby or Migo
Look, dude,
or.
BB Hood's there. Nobody played BB Hood.
Ooh, yeah,
Exactly.
but anyway, yeah. Time to get into it is now, guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of fighting games,
Talk to me, brother.
UFC 4. Did y'all hear about this shit that happened this week?
I actually have it.
What happened?
You have it?
I have.
I saw you playing it.
Did you see what happened? What EA
Yeah,
did?
they put the ads in. Stupid, dude.
So
Fucking stupid.
EA did a secret patch, and then they added ads into a game that you had to purchase for $60.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Street Fighter does it.
Does it give you fight money though?
No. But like what I'm saying, how Street Fighter does it, like right before you start the match, like check out twitch.com, Capcom Pro Tour, or
Capcom
whatever
Fighters,
it is.
yeah.
This is like giving ads for like, what was it?
The next whatever fight night is coming up or whatever. Like that's what they're promoting. Like stuff that doesn't even have to do with the actual game.
Yeah. And then
That's
so like fans just like took to
They blew
took to
them up,
Twitter
bro.
and like blew
them
up their situation, bro. And then like 3 hours later, because like I typed it up, I was like, they added ads into a game, and then 3 hours later they reverted the ads.
Yeah,
like,
they're
God
like, sorry.
dang, that was quick.
Yeah.
That was who?
Power to
EA?
the people. Yeah, EA.
Yeah, of course it is. Always EA. EA always fucking shit
those-
up.
EA is the most evil
Are
company.
those
in
the
world.
boys? The boys who
That's
did
Capcom.
Battlefront?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those sons of
And
bitches, dude.
Battlefield.
They haven't learned their lessons.
They haven't. They don't know how.
No lessons. They gotta have the loot, bro.
Because it was during Battlefront. That's where, like, I think.
But I honestly think it's whoever the the company is also gives them the go ahead to do it. Because you've never seen any kind of bullshit with EA and Respawn. Because Respawn's gonna be like, yeah, don't
they're
do
more
that
hands
to our
on.
game.
They're more hands on.
But UFC is gonna be like, yeah,
I bet you.
run some ads.
Yeah, I bet you UFC. They're like, hey Dana White, do you want ads? Like, yeah, what the fuck out of here, whatever. Yeah.
I gotta get Conor McGregor to fight.
Yeah, I gotta buy an island.
Yeah. But you can play as Dana White.
Who would want to do that?
I pick them just to beat people. That's Dana White, dude. But then I'll purposely, like, if I'm trying to do things and I have to fight against the computer to do some of the challenges, I purposely pick Dana White just to beat him up.
I saw you play as a Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee's in the game and has like 3 different weight classes.
Comic accurate, historically accurate.
Historically accurate, yeah. But it's pretty funny. It's an alright game. It's just like any other UFC fighting game ever, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's still glitchy as hell.
No, I haven't run into much glitches. But what I think is cool is when you play the career mode, after every fight, your longevity goes down.
Dang, really?
So you literally at the top of your screen you have a bar that's full, and after every fight, and at the beginning it goes down like 0.2%.
Does it matter how much damage you take too?
It does.
Like if you take a loss,
if you take a lot of damage, you lose like a whole full percent, 1%.
Man, that's dope.
But then I'm so far in my career with my character.
Yeah.
Let's just say my character is a heavyweight champion, and I think my record is 52-0. I'm undefeated. I've defended my title 17 times.
Goddamn.
I've beaten everybody.
How's your character?
Huh?
How's your character?
Oh, I started him super young, but age doesn't matter because eventually your longevity is gonna fuck you over.
That's true.
Well, so I thought it was gonna be like longevity. I'm at like 20% left, and once it starts getting to that point, your stats start going down.
Start decreasing.
Yeah, like I gotta. Oh yeah, eventually you have to.
Oh, okay, so that makes a lot of sense.
Because you can retire later on.
That's kind of cool that they did that.
Like you can retire
and then start a new career.
You start a new career at a different weight class.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's actually really dope.
It's pretty good. I was like, that makes a lot of sense that you're. Yeah, like I had one fight, I lost like 5% longevity, but I was getting rocked. Like I almost lost that one. I was like, thanks, and I can't remember who I was going against.
You just turned the power off. Pause. Exit dashboard out.
Dashboard out.
Rage quit?
No, I just stuck in there.
Flip the power switch.
Whoops. No, I just stayed in there, and I went with kickboxing as my first fighting style, and I just maxed out takedown defense. So the times I did go against the jiu-jitsu guys, like, I can't take it down.
Stuff it.
I just got to punch them out, dude.
Nice. Man.
Stuff it. It's a pretty fun game. Like, and I've played a couple matches online. Jesus Christ. Like, you think you're good, and then you play the dudes that know how to manage their stamina. Because that's all it is.
It is.
Managing the stamina. And I'm throwing like 5 or 10 punches, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to punch you twice. Pop. And then, so by the time it gets to round 4, like, my stamina's at 30%. They're like, I got 90% stamina, bitch. Let's go. I'm like, I'm gonna lose this.
I want this
because you get hit, you lose a little bit of stamina, and then you throw a punch, you lose stamina.
That makes sense.
And you get it back a little bit over time as you rest
between rounds or whatever.
Blocking, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them dudes are like, "Fuck you, dude."
Playing footsies.
Yeah, straight up, and they'll go high, low, mid. They mix it up good. One dude I wasn't checking any kicks, and my character slows down because now he's hobbling. I'm like, this is not good. I'm gonna check this kick. I go to check a kick, and I get knocked out online. Like, fuck you, Dana White. But yeah, it's a fun game, but it's something I play like when I don't want to think.
Yeah, it's just have fun.
Really what it is. Buttons. Yeah, just have fun with it. Yeah.
The stamina thing reminds me of like old school EA Fight Night.
That's what it is.
Like basically,
that's literally what it is.
But like with UFC.
Yeah. Because during the round, you'll get your stamina back as you're blocking and not taking any damage. But even then, it kind of pauses it, and then it goes back. You got to stay out of it.
Do you also get it back, like, in the corner? Like, when you go back to your corner? Like,
between
rounds, yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's how they used to do it back then, too.
Oh, yeah.
And you had to put the little cold press on that guy's face and stuff.
Not in this one. In this one, it's just... You're in between rounds and you're listening like, hey, this guy's throwing a lot of head kicks.
Listen to Cormier.
Block your shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because
it's funny because I'll be fighting Cormier and he'll be commentating.
He's commentating also?
You're commentating your own ass, bitch.
That guy's talented as
Yeah,
hell.
because I beat him. Like, I'm so far in the career mode, like in the years.
He hasn't retired yet?
He's retired.
Oh, okay.
Dos Santos retired.
Miochik?
Yeah. Miochik, I think he's still there.
So, do they bring in like random new people? Or?
Yeah, the computer generates new players.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
got you. That's dope too.
But like Big Ben Rothwell or whatever, he's retired. Yeah, like they'll retire eventually, and even at all the divisions, like the little thing pops up, like, oh, T.J. Gilsaw is retired.
He finally got back from 3 years of being
Exactly.
Oh, that's right.
suspended.
That's pretty cool. And there's like daily challenges, and then there's weekly challenges, and
They got a battle pass. They got
there's
Marvel Battle Pass.
There's no battle pass. That'd be awesome, dude. Dress up like the Hulk.
They have a battle royale.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Like it says, just something I play between
That's
actual
what's up.
games.
But yeah, it sucks that they added ads, but then
Yeah, and they
it's
took
good
it
that
out.
they take them
though.
off though.
I mean,
That's good that they take them off. They listen to the
we
community.
have a voice. If we bitch and complain enough,
I mean, you can't return
unless
the
it's
game.
netcode,
They could have just been
can't
like,
fix that at some
they could have
point.
just been like, "Fuck you."
They could have,
They
yeah,
could have.
but
Nobody was
I
gonna
think
buy
they
the next
learned from
game.
Battlefront, dude. Like, yeah, piece
Yeah.
of shit company. Yeah,
They're pretty garbage.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I haven't picked up any of the UFC
Does it have a
games.
net code or something?
Of course it does.
what do you mean?
Like the UFC Fight Night? I mean,
course
the
it
game,
does.
how good? I mean, but how good is it though? Like, is it kind of like a
Um,
rollback? Or is it similar to like fighting games or something? Or
It's not similar to fighting. I don't know.
because it's not even. It's not.
I like
It's
when
not
I-
similar to regular traditional tournament fighters. So I mean,
No,
how does
like-
it work?
when I did play people online, I didn't get a sense of any lag.
Like, like
Yeah.
you see somebody like 5-bar connection or stuff like that, or something like that, or frame delay
there's
or
no
something
indicator.
like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like if you play somebody online with Madden. Like
Yeah,
you don't,
I never
you don't get,
multiplayer game.
yeah,
It's
you
just
don't
like a
get that.
multiplayer game.
Yeah, like, there's nothing that says, "Hey,
Yeah.
shitty connection."
Yeah.
there's not. Yeah, but you don't need it because it's a non-traditional fighting game.
I guess the
Yeah.
frames ain't too much of a. The mechanics,
think so.
the own game mechanics are own.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
once you get to the grappling aspect of the game,
I saw like there's like a little gauge, little wheels. You have to kind of like move around or something like that to
they,
to break out.
they
Or something.
simplified it. Like, and your character can't do submission moves if your character doesn't know submission moves.
Makes sense.
If you try to go for a submission move and your character doesn't know a submission move, he literally just goes to that position and just starts little blows, little blows,
Yeah.
little blows. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Keep it balanced, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Sounds
But,
good.
Yeah, overall.
That's it for me.
Oh, you got yours? PUBG on mobile finally ditched Tencent.
Good. Fuck 'em.
So they're trying to get unbanned in India right now.
So
Remember
how
they
does
got-
that happen? I mean,
Well, they only ditched Tencent in India
Why India?
because India banned a lot of Chinese apps, and Tencent being mainly a Chinese
there was
developer.
a lot of border tension
Yeah, there's a
between
lot
the
of
two
border
countries.
tension.
So the,
Okay. 'cause
India says
so. It's not because they got the world's largest player base or some weird shit.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, you talking about
part-
India?
Yeah.
India does have the world's
does.
largest like multiplayer base, like for that game specifically.
For that game? Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Right, but because PUBG like gets a lot of money
Yeah.
from that. So basically, like PUBG's just like, hey, we're not with those guys anymore.
Unban
Can put
us."
our game back on the App Store or whatever. So they're like distancing themselves from Tencent in the
how do you go around doing that though? Like you just like-
create another code. Just basically copy and paste the code, but without Tencent,
Yeah.
because they have access to the code. It's just
Interesting.
now they created their own account on the App Store in India, and then they can publish a game, and then that's it.
So what does Tencent do? Like okay,
A lot of games did it with Belgium, like that, because Belgium they
There's
banned
loot boxes.
microtransactions.
microtransaction,
Loot
loot box. You gotta have
So-
either straight up ban or you gotta have
Now you just get
statistics.
currency. So
It's
Yeah.
interesting. They just I guess just
yeah, that's weird, right?
And speaking of weird shit, Control had some weird things pop up this week.
I
Did you
saw
hear about
something
that?
on Reddit briefly where what was it? They upgraded people's stuff if you had the old submit or something like that, and then they like retracted it.
So if you had the
Oh.
regular edition of Control, the deluxe edition of Control on PlayStation 4, basically what I don't know if you've heard, I don't know if you were on the podcast whenever we talked about it, but it was like, in order to play Control on the next generation consoles, what you had to do was buy a new version of Control.
Yeah, I remember y'all talking.
You remember
about
talking about that?
Mhm.
Okay, so what they said that, just with, like with the way things are going, it's not possible to like to migrate from this platform over to the next platform. So what you're gonna have to do is go ahead and buy this new game, with all the DLC and stuff, and then we will, and then you'll upgrade, basically trying to get another $40 out of you, or what I think it's $40, for the Control Ultimate Edition or whatever, and but like people that had the Deluxe Edition noticed whenever they booted up their PlayStation 4 to go play, they had the Ultimate Edition, but they didn't pay for the upgrade, so like 505 and Remedy had bumped up their tier. Like all you had to do was give them the access to it, and they could have done it. But like
literally just flip a switch.
And they flipped a switch, and then like everybody had this Ultimate Edition of the game, and they're like, "Oh shit, what do we do?" And then they flipped it. And then they flipped it back.
Sounds about right.
So people are.
It's a money grab, bro.
People are a little upset about that as well. I don't blame them, dude. Like
it's kind of bullshit.
If I bought a Deluxe Edition and you're upgrading to another platform, I don't see why you're not giving me a copy of that game.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can. Can you play it? Or some of it? I don't know. I gotta look at the story. There's some things they could work around. But the fact that Control did that, where they upgraded people's shit and then brought it back, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that? Okay, yes, I understand these are smaller studios. They don't make as much money as some of the bigger ones that can do that for free, give you the free guys. They can't do that, but you should give it to your fan base. Like, they're willing to pay for your product, and you don't want to show good faith and upgrade it for them. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, these guys, the little amount of people that did buy your game, why are you nickel and diming them? You should reward them,
right?
Because this will carry on. Because next time you're like, oh yeah, Control, they bought this game, I upgrade for free. Yeah, I'll buy another 505 Remedy game. Sure. They'll give me an upgrade. But when they do shit like that, that doesn't make sense. Like, you should.
Especially when all they had to do was flip a switch.
Especially if it's something that small where they could turn on and bring it right back. That doesn't make sense. Like, guys, yeah, you're not a big studio, but show some good faith to your customers.
505 is pretty big, no? Remedy's small. 505 did Death Stranding and the Death Stranding PC port.
They work on the ports.
They do a lot of ports.
I know they did Ritual. Let's say
Ritual of the Night.
With the good lore.
Yeah, and it would only set themselves up to do better later on. Like the next game coming out, there's more faith in it. Like I'll definitely buy this because they did right the first time.
Yeah,
right.
It makes sense. It's like unlike EA, like they're gonna keep fucking you at every turn.
Like even when Grand Theft Auto went from PS3 and from PS3 to last gen to this gen or whatever.
Yeah.
It was you turned your game in at a retail store and you paid $15 or whatever it was.
Upgrade out of it,
Why couldn't you do it that way? Like, why do I got to spend a whole nother $40 when you just have to go flip?
Yeah. And I love the game. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I want to play it on PC because I think it'll be just more technical advanced. But the thing is, like, that's just really bullshit. Like, like these customers spent this much money,
For sure.
So I don't know. That's when it's like you're not doing good.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, you're not doing good by people.
It's not a good look.
Not a good look.
It's not because it's gonna stick. Everybody's gonna remember that part.
All right. And the last thing I got is the Ubisoft Forward that happened today or yesterday.
Yesterday.
Actually, I do have one more bit, but I'll do it after this.
All right. What you got?
No, it's the Ubisoft bit first.
Oh, okay.
I remember we talked about it briefly. I know it came out on yesterday, the 10th.
The 10th.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah. And all I remember seeing from it was I saw some clips for like Hyperscape and Watch Dogs and.
Yeah, they touched on all the current announced games. And it's just...
Is it like a Prince of Persia coming out? I think that's the only thing I saw somewhere.
They're doing a Prince of Persia remake.
Okay.
And they're bringing that out, which is...
I don't know if that looks like a remake or not. That looks like a HD remaster.
Yeah, they called it a remake, though.
I know they do.
Looking at it, it's literally what...
It looked like PS1 graphics.
Yeah.
PS2 graphics.
Look that great.
Really?
It did not.
No.
It did not. But people are happy and excited for it.
It looks better than Halo Infinite Brute.
I never played a Prince of Persia game, so I don't know.
From what I recall, it's like a platformer,
time travel, hack and slash.
Hack and slash, yeah. So again, it wasn't whatever. The one that did look good, they had a code name Gods and Monsters, but now it's got a new title, Immortals Phoenix Rising. Phoenix is the name of the main character, is a chick, and it's an open world, heavily stylized.
I saw it.
It looks like Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
And that's the look they were going for. And it's based on Greek mythology.
Yes.
And it looked really good.
It was like fun.
It looked good.
It looked colorful. It looked bright.
Very colorful, and you're like, oh, and you get all these upgrades and do all these things, and of course it's
Abilities.
Greek inspired, so you have all the gods and whatnot. Like the main
The whole
villain
pantheon.
is one of the gods or one of the titans. And at one of the playthroughs, you get the Icarus wings or whatever.
Nice.
So now you're traveling across the map, flying.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And there's a little baby phoenix that follows you around. I guess it's like your fairy, essentially.
Yeah.
So and that game looks cool. I mean, that's people are gonna buy that one up easy. But
It's out December 3rd.
That's when it comes out.
Mhm.
Okay. The other game that there was the racing one. It was called Riders Republic.
Yeah.
Just a racing.
It looks fun as fuck.
Yeah, it looks
Like,
pretty
like
dope.
an arcade style racing, or like a driving sim with
No, like
No,
flight suits and
It's fucking ready.
ready.
You're literally on these different courses, and there's different modes, and it's 50 people. It's a battle royale.
Okay.
And you can be on a bicycle, you can be on skis, a snowboard, a wingsuit. It's
Oh,
just
just
all
all
these
sorts of-
different, and it's just go. And you're just going down hills, doing tricks, collecting points. And I guess as you're going through the courses, after each course, people get knocked out depending on whatever the criteria is.
Mhm.
But then there's so many ways to personalize your character. Like, it was insane. Like, the one dude had this mask on, and it had just gas coming out the side. Like one was-
caustic.
yeah, like one was pink, one was green, and he was just like rocking. Yeah, and the other dude had on a business suit. So there's all kinds of ways of personalizing your character. And then the snowboards and the skis and the bicycles and the wingsuits, those are all different. Those are all customizable. You unlock them, I guess, as you play the game. And the game looked incredibly fun. And like, when I saw the initial screen cap of it, I'm like, cool, a racing game. Like,
Cool.
whack. And then
That's
I thought it was
your-
motocross at first because the guy had a motocross helmet
Yeah.
on. I was like, okay, yeah, motocross game. But then I started watching the gameplay. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are they doing? Like, oh, it's 50 people. What the hell? And then he starts talking about all the customizations, just the bicycles alone. There's different types of bicycles you can get, and you can add effects to it, and it's just something you want to just get with your friends and just bullshit on. I'm like, that game definitely looks like fun.
It looked pretty good.
It looked pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, I might have to look.
I didn't going into it. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit about it. But now that I see it, I'm like, all right, that looks. If that goes on sale, I'm definitely getting it. Like, it looks fun. It looks fun. And obviously, the big game, other than Valhalla getting pushed up, because I think that's when they announced it.
Yeah, they officially announced it.
The Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh yeah, I saw
The
that.
complete edition.
Everybody's talking about it, but I never played the game. I've never never seen the movie. Like,
That was
I don't know
one
what
of
to tell
those
you.
games where if you bought it back in the day on Xbox Go during 360
Yeah.
eras, and you have it in console, that's the only time you could have the game because the licensing went up. So that game you could never get it back again. You know.
Wow.
So I think the fact that they're coming back to that IP and revisiting, I think that gets a lot of people hyped because I think
Yeah.
originally it was like a little kind of like Final Fight, like a side-scrolling beat 'em up. Kind
Yeah,
of
that's
like
what
that.
it looked like, a
Yeah.
beat 'em up game. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it came over 360. And then some licensing issues between Universal and what do you say? UA? Not UA. Is it UA? The one we're talking about right now. But Universal Studios because they own the filming license.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think that's what happened. They had a falling out, and then you couldn't
Couldn't
get
get
the
it
game
anymore.
anymore. So I think the fact that this is coming out again, I think gets a lot of people excited for that.
There's a lot of people on my timeline just super excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, compared to all the games that were announced, that was the one that was getting the most talk.
Really?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, I've never played it. So
Well, Scott Pilgrim's one of my favorite movies. So
Is it really?
I've never
It's
seen
a
it.
fun
so.
movie.
I was high the first time I saw it,
Mm.
and that was like the only time I saw it. Well, I did try to watch it again like way later, and I was like,
Not good. Yeah.
not for me. I got the White Orchard, and then I kind of gave
Got the
up.
White Orchards.
I don't know what that
Did you
means.
see the new For Honor stuff for the year 4?
No, I did not.
Okay, they got a new season called Resistance. It's gonna go live on the 17th.
Soy
next
Boys?
week.
What are they adding?
Don't know actually. I didn't
God damn it, boy.
get all the. I just know what they announced, bro.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Uh,
I'll
just-
look it up later.
Just Dance 2021. Why did I say 2011? 2021. But that was already shown off on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
one that we talked about. It was like all rhythm games and stuff.
Yes. On their mini direct.
They did a Far Cry VR, Dive into Insanity. It's based on Far Cry 3, and that's going to be coming out next year, I think, 2021. And then they did AGOS, which was a game of space. It's another VR game where it's just going to be like a lot of like immersive space exploration or whatever. And a couple other ones, like they're adding a new DLC to Ghost Recon Breakpoint called Red Patriot.
Okay, yeah.
The Crew 2, The Chase Season 1. Just a bunch of like little seasons that they're doing.
Yeah, I remember they said Rainbow Six Siege is going to be on the new system. They got Sam
Fisher. He's out today or yesterday, actually, I think.
A lot of little stuff.
That was the...
It's all Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
They're Forward.
They're Forward, yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it live, no.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it live. How'd that work?
Do you think there is especially what's going on since the beginning of the year, the whole COVID thing and everything being forced to be online on videos, do you think there's just an oversaturation of just these directs? Because before, we'd have a Gamescom and E3 where we get all these developers one weekend and they drop it, but now it feels like every week there's a video. Stay tuned for this.
There's no such thing as oversaturation.
Nope,
there's not
in this industry.
Because if you weren't going to get oversaturated over a weekend, which is how it normally been, why are you going to get oversaturated when it's spread out over a couple months?
Well, the thing is, that's what I'm saying now. Like, you didn't watch E3. Usually, you make time for E3
just for day zero. That's it, the one day.
But you make time for DZ. You actually had a circle ready to go. Like, I'm going to watch this for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think right now where it's like we see this, we have an announcement for the coming up.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, okay.
Honestly, I think it's better this way.
You like it like spread out, smaller chunks?
Yeah, because then I can choose to ignore certain shit.
That's true.
Yeah, because I mean,
just like when Nintendo had their last direct, but it was only indie games. Yeah, cool, pass. Because a lot of indie games I don't care about. And then it's on a system I don't have, which is the Switch.
That's true.
And what's like this one, I like Ubisoft, but at the same time, there's a lot of games from Ubisoft I just don't care about.
Yeah.
So I don't mind not watching it live, and I can just go back and watch a recap of it. Or what I usually do is I'll just watch Maximilian reacting to it. That's what I do.
I was just looking for more information on Valhalla, like more latest gameplay, not like what we saw a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Because that looked like garbage.
Game footage.
I wanted to see real, like up to date type deal. But yeah, like I would watch E3, but like day zero where, but I mean, I don't think we're oversaturated because it's the same developers doing the same thing over and over and over again. We haven't heard from Bethesda. We haven't heard from EA. We haven't heard from, all these other developers that would normally
be at E3 or Gamescom or whatever. You haven't. Like, we get the Nintendo Directs on a
monthly basis.
Once
Ubisoft doing their forward thing, but again, it's like you said, like I would like to see Bethesda do something. Like Sony's only had one. Microsoft's had what, two?
Microsoft had one.
Sony has had two already for sure I could think of. One, they had the PlayStation 5 reveal, and then one where they had the State of Play that was like a month ago when they just talked about current system game going on. For sure, I'm sure they had more, but two off the top of my head I couldn't recall.
Yeah, like I would just like more, like from other companies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like. They haven't like Blizzard's got theirs coming up. They've got BlizzCon online or whatever.
Yeah.
That's coming up in November.
Most likely November.
We need to talk to our resident BlizzCon viewer.
I'm pretty sure we'll have him on the podcast for that one.
He'll help us cover everything.
But yeah, so like I haven't seen, Bethesda did like their whole like 15-20 minute show last year, or a 30-minute show.
That same guy was cheering for everything.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's fucking Quake. Big deal.
And the year before,
Quake, calm down.
Some guy kept cheering. I'm like, yeah, dude.
And the year before that, it was like, you guys don't have phones.
Yeah,
that was BlizzCon.
And we're gonna go to BlizzCon this year too. That's the fucked up thing. Man.
Oh man.
God damn.
You didn't have a phone though.
I do have a phone.
I got a phone.
I'm still waiting on Diablo Immortal.
The last thing I want to cover, guys, real quick, is the Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. It's coming out on the 20th of November. So I saw it and I was like, oh, this is that sequel to Breath of the Wild they're talking about. I was like, oh, nice. And then it says Koei Tecmo developing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, the guys who make
Dynasty Warriors.
Koei Tecmo. Yeah, Koei Tecmo.
Oh,
the guys who make Dynasty. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, I was like, wait, didn't they make the one already? Like,
they've had this game already.
Yeah, like, they made it.
Yeah.
But this time they're working closer with the Breath of the Wild crew. I'm like, okay, I mean, it looks good. The voice actor, it looks good. But the thing is, at its core,
It's Dynasty Warriors.
it's still a Warriors game.
Yeah.
So I was like, because I saw it, I was like, this looks just like the fucking Breath of the Wild. And they said they work really close to that team. Warriors game.
Yeah. That's all it is. Yeah. It's kind of wet. Kind of
Prequel.
wet.
But no, Red Jasmine's right. It's a prequel. It takes 100 years before the current events of Breath of the
Before
Wild.
Zelda
When
and
you see
Link are alive.
Yeah, when you see the calamity actually happen. So I was like, well, I'll just wait till Breath of the Wild 2 from Nintendo
Ooh.
comes out in 2021.
2022.
Supposedly.
Or 2022, yeah.
Nobody
COVID.
knows. Nobody knows.
Delayed by COVID.
I wouldn't be surprised at this time,
Nah.
this day and age.
They haven't really announced like a release date.
We saw a small clip of E3 last year, a very small 15-second clip, and that's it, radio silence, which is fine. Which is fine. I mean, just let me know, hey, you guys are working on something cool. Don't have to keep giving me little breadcrumbs.
Especially when
breadcrumbs.
the updates are the crumbs or inconsequential. Yeah, insignificant. Like,
just let me know, hey guys, we're still working on this? Cool.
Yeah.
So, guys, something happened. We're not working on the thing anymore. Okay, cool. Now I know.
I'd rather them just do that on Twitter, though.
Instead of just...
Exactly. Like, they don't need to do a whole ass show. Like, literally just tweet it out or throw it on Reddit. And you're fine, dude. Like, cool.
Especially, like I said, like, I know I been talking good about Street Fighter 5, but Capcom, like, when they had their FGC developers, when it got to them, we had the developers roundtable, and it got to them, they're like, oh, yeah, we have an announcement next week. Like, you motherfuckers are literally hosting...
Yeah.
Fighting game developers roundtable, and it comes to y'all and like, yeah, we have an announcement coming.
And then when it came to their announcement, they literally could have just announced everything at the roundtable.
Yeah,
like,
nah, guys,
this was
next
unnecessary.
Thursday.
Yeah. And it's bullshit on the two costumes they fucking won.
Which one, Jury and who else?
Jury and Jury.
Jury.
Oh, nice.
Remember
One of them is literally just a costume of fucking Poison.
It's literally her. They're trying to cosplay her as Bison meets
Yeah,
Seth.
all the little horny motherfuckers voted.
You're right.
Like,
You're right.
Damn.
You were
bro.
one of those motherfuckers.
No, the ones I voted for were the fucking
Swim Trunks Vega.
I voted for that one.
No, I didn't vote for that one. Fuck, which one? I think one of them was the Alex one.
Alex with the mafioso one.
Yeah, the mafioso one.
Yeah, that
I
one's
like
pretty
that
dope.
one. And I think one of the other ones I would have voted for wasn't even in there. Like, because once
Some people were talking about, hey, it didn't make it in, but we
it didn't make it, but here it is. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, that looks badass. Like, and it wasn't for either of the bullshit Jury characters.
Now,
like,
don't get me wrong. I talked to Johnny about this last Saturday before we started our fighting game stream, and I told him, Jury, one of his favorite characters. How do you feel about having two costumes? Like, that's cool. Like the best buff they could give her, you know?
yeah,
And I was like, okay, well,
still low tier.
still, yeah, it's like, she's there. She has a really good medium kick though. Really good
That's
medium
all she
kick.
has.
She'll
Everybody's got a good medium kick,
she'll
dude.
keep you out for real. Good hit twice. But I actually went to the Twitter and I looked at it, and people were mad. Like, people get mad. I was like, this is free stuff. This is a costume just based off votes. That's all it was. Who got the most likes?
Chicks.
Well, someone says,
Chicks.
well, how come they have to be two of the same? Like, they literally said two of the same. And, like, people get upset. Like,
Yeah.
Capcom did this just because they want to do it.
Yeah,
But people get mad. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
It was a community-driven event.
Yeah.
The community voted, but the community still gets upset.
And the thing is, if Capcom would have said, look, we're
Stupid.
going to pick two different characters,
Yeah,
and they still got two juries, then I would have been like, yeah, that's bullshit, guys.
yeah.
I just find
But
it
they
weird.
literally left it up to the voting, and that's who they voted for.
I hate to
You
get
can't get mad. Like,
real political here, but I
You
mean,
can
we
do-
had the same thing happen 4 years ago when Donald Trump was elected. Like,
And people get mad.
people got mad that he got voted into office, but like the
get
other
mad.
people were just like, "What up?
How does
I don't know
this
what
happen?
happened.
what happened, bro?
I don't know what happened.
happened?
Why are you mad?" And then people crying in the streets. So it's
It's-
exactly the same thing.
It's just funny because I just like I try to go to I go to Twitter for fun. That's what I keep it for. Light, bright. See what my friends are doing when they're streaming, post up our shit, and I see some Capcom shit and people get mad. I'm like,
Super mad.
why are you getting mad?
Y'all got Twitter for fun?
No, damn.
What do you have for?
I
For fans only?
police shootings. No.
God damn, bro.
Christ.
No, I got Twitter for everything, dude.
fucking
Magic
video game
related
announcements,
shit.
all
yeah.
that shit, dude. It's fucking
Yeah,
great.
I got it for everything. Social media is just another form of social media.
I don't
That's all
see it as a toxic place because of like the
It's
people that
not.
I follow.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
how it is, yeah.
Topics that I follow.
And you can filter out certain words. And
You can?
Can you?
I didn't know you could
Yeah.
filter.
I want to filter out sus.
You can literally.
Simple.
Yes. You can
Okay.
literally do it.
Somebody
Or
said
simp.
something. Simp.
I have that one on
Someone said-
muted.
someone
I
wrote
muted that
sussed.
word. Simp. Like,
It's because you're a simp.
if motherfuckers want to simp to a chick, let them. If
White
they're
knight?
dumb enough to do it, let them.
The white knight?
You
She
know?
talking
No,
about-
I'm
oh.
not. Like, I just don't care. Like,
No, I'm talking about their
Don't
White
care.
Knight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
White Knight. Yeah.
I don't care about
Don't
the motherfuckers,
care.
dude. It's just if
Don't
you want to
care.
mute a word, mute it.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I want to talk. Ready?
Go.
My one little thing I want to add because
Add.
it's pretty fucking out of there. Ready? So there's a mobile game, right, called
Right.
Summoner's War.
Okay.
The game came out in 2014, so it's been out 6 years. They just had their 6th anniversary, right?
Okay.
And the entire time that the game has been out, they've never done a collaboration, right? Where they go with someone else. You know,
Right.
all the other mobile games I play, they do collaborations with like King of Fighters. They do it with fucking
I saw one over Assassin's Creed. The other
anime.
way.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. Like they do it with anyone
Final
and
Fantasy,
everything.
Monster Hunter, everything.
Yeah, all of them, right? So Summoners War, at the beginning of September, did their first ever collaboration.
With.
Street Fighter V.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like Hello Kitty or
No,
something.
it's Street Fighter V.
Nice.
And I'm like, interesting. And so now it just started September 1st, and it's going on for 2 months. And like, if you do all the event quests and things, you get like a free Ken. But they have Ryu in the game, Chun-Li, Ken. For whatever reason, they chose Dawson, and that's the one everybody's
Staple.
mad at.
Dawson's
Like,
a
It's a staple.
no, he's not, dude. Everybody's like, I'd rather just have Blanca.
Oh, that's also a staple.
Well, they're both staples.
Yeah, he's a more fun character than Dawson. And the other bad guy is Bison, obviously.
Lord Bibson.
Lord
Nice,
Bibson.
of course.
But
Listen.
yeah, they're like, but at the same time, it's their first time they've ever done a collaboration, and they made the announcement like a month and a half ago, and so many people were fucking upset about it.
About just one character?
No,
Dawson?
just
The fact that
it
they
being
collab
a
with Street
collaboration with
Fighter?
Street Fighter
With
Five.
Capcom.
They're like, why Street Fighter Five? Why couldn't it be with this or with
Final
this and
It's
Fantasy.
this?
only
It's
one
like
of the most popular fighting game franchises of all
literally
time.
the most popular franchise
It's up
fighting
there.
game
It's up there.
ever.
I'd say, yeah, probably ever.
Ever.
I mean, it started the genre.
Yeah, like you can literally show people
Oh.
Ken and Ryu and Chun-Li, and they know who they are.
Right.
I will argue that you can do the same with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but that's more of an American thing than
Right,
a world
worldwide,
thing.
yeah.
Because in other countries, motherfuckers don't play Mortal Kombat. Probably because it's banned, but you know.
It's
But,
mostly American.
Yeah, it was funny that it took them 6 years to do a collab, and the one game they chose is Street Fighter
And
5.
people got mad over it.
Yeah, and people got butthurt over it.
Mm.
Yeah, people get mad for everything.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to spend money on the game, bro. Like, calm down. But
As-
it's weird because in China,
China.
they can't have Street
China.
Fighter characters for some reason,
Really?
which I don't understand because they've had tournaments in China, and I remember those
Isn't
tournaments
Chun-Li
being
from China?
weird in China. But if you have the game and your server is in China,
China.
you don't have Street Fighter characters. So they made completely different characters.
Bunch of Chinese knockoffs.
No, they don't look anything like them. Like, they look badass, like badass Summoners War normal characters.
Uh-huh.
They can't get the Street Fighter characters in China
Huh.
for whatever reason. That's
Isn't
weird.
Chun-Li Chinese?
Yes,
Oh.
but
They don't respect that?
I guess not. And
No,
I
no.
want to say it might be like a copyright thing or something with Capcom and
pretty sure they still
China.
I
But it makes no sense because I swear I've seen a tournament in China. But
Yeah.
even then, I remember they had
think
stupid rules. Like
it
you
was
couldn't wear
because
shorts.
Oil King couldn't wear shorts.
He couldn't wear
because he always
shorts.
wears his little tiny shorts.
If you had tattoos, you had to have them
Have him
covered.
covered. You
So
couldn't.
a lot
wear-
of people just didn't go to that tournament.
Yeah, you could. They weren't playing on
Yeah.
PlayStation either. They're all playing on PCs.
PC, yeah. It's a weird tournament, dude. Like, China's fucking whack, bro.
They got some rules.
Goddamn commies.
Shut the fuck up, dude. We're trying to get sponsored by Tencent, bro. Just trying to get bought out by Tencent.
I
dog.
thought we
And
were
then I'm
trying
gonna
to get
get a
sponsored by
tiny.
EA.
Then I'm gonna get the tiniest fucking studio ever. Make it look like the Death Star, and it'll just be tunnel
Like
for
Joe
me.
Rogan.
Tunnel for me, and that's it. I'm gonna get high and drunk in the first episode.
He can't get high, dude. It's not legal here in Texas. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
Smoke weed in the
Go
podcast?
ahead and get high.
What do you think he's doing?
I'm gonna make that my new emo.
He can't though. That was one of the biggest things. Like, they asked him, like,
He did it first episode.
With
Did
Adam
he?
Curry?
First episode with Adam Curry. He got high as shit.
And drunk.
Shit.
I
And
think
drunk.
drunk for sure.
you
I
can
don't
get
know.
drunk. That's not frowned
Drinking
upon.
and
in
driving,
Texas.
that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal. Getting a pickup truck.
We don't sound like that
Yeah.
in Texas, guys.
To be honest, though,
we
don't
do.
sound like that. dude.
Dicks.
I don't think he's got any problems, dude.
He's
Who, Joe
fine.
Rogan?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't, dude.
He brought so much business to Austin, they're gonna give him a pass.
He got a $13 million tax break just for moving here.
Yeah.
Because it's the state of Texas.
And no,
Texas.
we don't do income tax.
Yeah,
State income tax.
exactly. That's why he got the tax break. Yeah.
Holla, smart
13
move.
million. 13 million, bro. That's
We're all
good.
going awesome, boys. We're gonna open up our studio, game gym / game shop,
Game shop, game gym.
game. I'm sorry, game esports arena. Sorry.
Oh,
Ooh,
esports
esports
arena.
arena.
There was
Esports
so
arena.
much esports
Esports
news
arena.
today, I couldn't even get through it all.
Esports arena and fucking Magic card shop. I know you guys play.
Yeah, there was like esports
Let's do
news
it.
on esports news on esports news today, and I was just
like CS:GO stuff.
no, it wasn't just CS:GO. It was CS:GO. It was Dota. It was Overwatch League. It was all kinds of shit. So when I was like, fuck.
Like, even though I'm not huge on traditional esports like the CS:GO and Overwatch, but I've listened to a couple of podcasts that talk about it, and I like the way they break it down, like actual sports, like team composition and why they do this, and anchors and who got traded to this team and why they work in this. Like, I like that analogy how they set it up. You know,
The biggest difference between team esports is they tend to get a lot more money somehow.
Oh yeah.
Compared to just the fighting game esports that we see.
I think part of that also is, especially like Street Fighter, where it's mostly on sponsored by the PlayStation, where if you have these, you're playing the esports on these PCs, you get sponsors from different brands, different companies. There's a lot more to get a piece of the pie from.
Well, no, even fighting game community has sponsors too, like
Yeah, but how big are they, though? I mean,
Red
it's
Bull,
always
Monster.
You get the Red Bull.
Like you do get those sponsors, but it's just for some reason when you look at an esport, look at any event with Call of Duty,
Huge.
the production value is just
You're right.
through the roof,
You're right.
bro. Like,
You're right.
where y'all getting this money from?
Right. Where fighting games get an Evo once a year. Well, that's big
Once a year,
production.
yeah.
Or Combo Breaker or
Red Bull Kumite.
Kumite.
They
Yes.
say the
I
production
love
value
watching.
on that one is crazy.
Kumite is-
But again, that's Red Bull money.
Kumite, yeah, Red Bull
That
Kumite
movie.
is litty titty, dude. I
Yeah.
watch that all the time, dude. They go to the fucking
it's
cage
always
and
good.
shit and
They have it
everything.
in a cage. The refrigerators are there, and the players between matches just get up and grab a Red Bull.
It's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
they're right. Kumite
hilarious,
is pretty
dude,
legit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But even in like just single player shooting games, you watch tournaments. Like if you watch Ninja play and he's in a tournament, it's just him. You know, it's like the production value is just a normal stream.
Yeah, I
So then you
support.
watch Overwatch League, and these motherfuckers got commentators and everything. It's like,
I support the
holy
Houston.
shit,
The
dude.
Houston
The Houston
Outlaws,
Outlaws,
bro.
dude. Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
got their skins on
Hell
Overwatch.
yeah, I got a jersey in the.
I got skins. Nice.
Fucking good, dude.
I got a skin for real life.
Oh, that's what we need, dude. We need to open up a merch shop.
A merch shop.
Oh yeah, we.
Yeah,
We.
yeah. I'll
You French now?
I'll design. I'll design the logo, dude. That's what we need is a logo.
Oh we.
Yeah, we need a logo.
We.
Yeah.
We.
The third, he is a third OS boy.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just speaking French.
We.
Would replace.
We.
Oh, you
Will
are.
replace.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are.
Anyway,
Where can we find you, Steven?
I'm on all the good social media platforms, the good ones. There's some that nobody uses, like MySpace. Don't go there.
Friendster.
OS
Friendster?
underscore chameleon. Huh?
Friendster?
Friendster.
Friendster.
Live Journal?
Yeah. LinkedIn.
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 Sign up.
LinkedIn. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
Anyway, what was that name again?
OS underscore chameleon with a K.
Nice.
I don't know.
All
What?
things social media.
All things social media.
Oh shit.
All things.
And you, Rick?
You guys can catch me at OS_Rick with a 1. I love streaming fighting games, mostly Street Fighter. I've been doing that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I kind of want to dedicate Mondays to Bloodborne since I'm kind of really enjoying that game. Again, tomorrow I will be streaming again with my boy Johnny. So catch us there. I will be rocking some new merch from Lion Soul Design. So I'm excited for it. Johnny told me about it, so I can't wait to rock a local Houston businessman, so that'd be awesome. But yeah, catch me there, guys. I love doing this. I love doing the show. I love scouring the internet and bringing all the choice materials to you guys and just hanging out with my friends and having a good time. So catch me there, guys.
As always, guys, you can hit me up on all things social media at OS_onslaught. On the 21st, 21st or the 26th?
26.
Is it 26?
26.
For the UFC?
Companion? Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a fight companion on my stream here at the house, preceded by one of these podcasts. So look forward to OS Chameleon being on our stream and our podcast.
Is Rick going to be there?
I gotta check my schedule, but we'll see.
He said yes, and now he's backing out. All right.
Check my schedules.
Anyway,
Check my schedules.
anyway, he ain't got nothing to do. He's got nothing to do on Saturday night.
Play
But
Street Fighter.
Streaming.
as always, guys, we love you so much, and we appreciate you guys checking out the podcast. If you want to hit us up, you can hit up the podcast on all things social media at Option Select Podcast.
Opie.
Or you can hit us up at optionselectpodcast@gmail.com. We love you guys. We appreciate you, and we will definitely see you again next Friday at Casa de Rick or Mikkel.
You'll catch us there.
Damn.
Later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.